like, from my knowledge, can I jump over that? Do I believe I can jump over that? How wide is that pit?
So I have no idea if you can jump over it. I couldn't answer that question for you. Would you like to?
Can I?
It is a
Yeah, can I tell
oh,
how wide the pit is? I'm sorry.
it's roughly 20 feet across.
All right. Mm, yeah.
I'm just gonna go around.
Oh, wait up. Seeing Silverman, I'll just follow her around as well.
Basically, just going to do that before, kind of gesturing everyone to follow along.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go with them.
Okay.
How do you zoom out on this, actually?
Say it again.
How do you zoom out on the map?
Oh, zoom out.
You just scroll your mouse wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I mean, it's pretty gamey controls. You could use WSAD to move your character.
Oh, Pog.
Oh, so can I. My bad.
Yo,
If you're all going one place, I'll just move you for him. I don't really
oh, then yeah,
Okay.
I just want to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
over here first.
garden, but you don't always have to move because, well, it's D&D. It's more narrative based. I'll do it for you real quick.
All right.
As I walk down the corridor, I begin to look around, specifically the coffins and the faces before I enter the room to the east.
So in the room you're currently standing in, you note the same kind of decor. You note the I wouldn't call them coffins so much as tombs are kind of just laying there. Two are uncovered with one fully covered and sealed. The same type of red clay pots are surrounding it with a few webs. In your general vicinity, you don't notice anything special. It looks very much the same as the place to your east. Looking towards the northeast, you notice a corridor familiarly going up. You can hear a whistling coming from it. You note the voice to be Lucinda's.
Dusting off the dust or the tomb coverings, do I notice any engravings, like titles, names?
You don't note any engravings on the open tombs as the words have been kind of scraped off. On the closed tomb, you can see it neatly reading, oof, the name Dolan, Dolan.
Closed tomb?
Yeah, the closed one.
Okay. Mouthing Dolan, I kind of head back to the party. Should we? Let's carry on. And I just walk forward towards the towards Lucinda.
You said no engravings on the casket tombstone things, right?
Say it again.
You said there are no engravings on the tombstone, right? I mean,
There are no
the
engravings on the tomb surfaces that are open. There is only one on the closed surface.
okay.
I'm going to
Uh,
assume that Urim is looking back at the tombs, right?
I don't
yeah,
know. There we go.
You are?
yeah. Does
See,
it
oh,
does it seem to be the same language that Savahi was written in, or the same like?
So the language you're noting is common. It's everything's written in common.
Oh, never mind. There
That
goes
you're
my idea.
that you could visually see.
Okay.
Looking at the word, do I know anything off about the pots? I'm guessing those are pots.
Uh, Not anything in particular, no.
seeing as everyone is kind of just investigating the tombs and pots, I say It's mainly the same as the tomb the tomb we visited before. The only difference is that well, the closed tomb, there's someone. It's engraved with name Dolan.
Don't get me out on any goings.
I don't think so either. Maybe we found something out. When we look a little further into the room, books will help now.
Okay.
We tried taking off the tomb lid yet.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
We tried taking off like the tomb lid yet.
No. Are you asking us or are you asking Jackson?
I'm asking like the party.
Yeah,
Oh,
he can't ask me that question.
sorry. I just shake my head. No, and I don't think we should. At least not now.
Yeah,
Let's.
responding, I'll kind of say I'm not a fan of hitting surprises either.
Um. Looking in the open tombs, there's nothing in. Do I see anything like?
You don't note anything in the open tombs except just dust, nothing of any note.
Yeah, they're just empty tombs, and the closed one have there might be something in them that I don't want to face. Let's move on.
Oh, darn, you're right.
Urging the party.
Fine. I'll say.
Unless anybody has any objections, I'm gonna toss you in here. So just finishing out the corridor. You know a small, somewhat familiar book room. You could see all the walls seem to be lined with some type of bookcase or files and just manuscripts written and tossed around on the table. Same, there's just writing utensils. You can note that the ink's long since dried up, but they're still old, just rather tattered notes and just different things. Just kind of glancing around, you note most of the writings to have the same handwriting that Yerm, you and Lucinda both have seen before. Tilgrim, you note that this room was the exact same room that you saw, and you know for fact, most of you, that to the south is the wardrobe slash bookcase.
Okay. Um, eyes sparkling with
Like,
oh, go ahead.
no, you go, you go.
Oh, I would just okay. Eyes sparkling with curiosity. I instantly gravitate towards one of the bookcases and start uh, not only reading the titles off the edges, if there are any, but begin prying them from the bookcase and start reading, skimming through multiple books. Do I learn anything, or I'm just
So as you're doing this, right as you start flipping through pages, you can hear Lucinda just go, "Yeah, did that already. There's nothing in there." And as you hear this and flip through each page, you notice everything is blank in all the books that you grab.
Try reading one of the books. Oh, one of it's a. I'm gonna try reading one of the books.
oh,
I'm used.
Do I see blank pages or?
You look at the, I guess, same books that Tilgrim are looking at, and you note the same thing. There's nothing written on any of the pages.
trying.
I'll
I'm
just.
looking. Oh, go ahead.
I'm scanning over the desk. Is it the same for the books that are open?
Looking
Or
down,
am
you can see
I?
Lucinda's still playing her hands, kind of just playing with something. Um, you note one of the notes that she's mulling over is actually something written on it. She just kind of looks a bit confused while staring at it.
I'll kind of just say, "Let me have a look." I'm standing on my tippy toes, trying to see.
She just kind of waves her hand over the note and shakes her head. Yeah, sure.
You're not getting that back.
Looking over it, what do can I know? Oh, okay. Kind of one for riddles. Looking back at the party, I'll just kind of alert them, say, "Hey, see if one of you people can make any sense of this. Maybe Tilgram." Say, handing Tilgram the note as well.
Uh, I, Seeing Khan hand me the note, I kind of place the I guess the dusty tomes back into the bookcase and begin reading the letter. As I read it, I'm kind of confused. He's where? He's an illusion? Okay, this is strange. Um, is there any more like this? I say looking towards Can and I guess the rest of the party.
Um, Looking back at Lucinda, hey, vanishing lady, is there any other pieces of paper that you have?
She kind of like looks around and shakes her head. I didn't find anything else. Just this note, some footprints, and that weird thing over there. She points to the northern wall.
Go to where she's pointing at.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Me as well.
yeah. Actually, while they do that, could I look at? Is there anything on the table, or is that the note?
That's the only thing that was on the table of worth is the note.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just head towards where everyone else is going. The
Uh,
weird thing.
you note to the north there seems to be spaces between two of the bookshelves on either side. In each space, you note that there are slots that just seem quite strange. They seem to be about the size, width, and thickness of the books you note on the three separate shelves. And there's one for each wall, both here and here.
Okay. Um,
I'm gonna go investigate one of them. Um,
yeah, I'm
d-
same here, I guess.
Same.
Okay, so going up to look at them, you note that each of them are identical. You note that they are some type of slot. You can't really see inside of it as it's too dark. There doesn't seem to be any light emanating from it.
Any
even with dark vision,
Yeah, even with dark vision, there's no light, so you can't actually see anything.
dark.
Um, Looking back at Lucinda, I'll just ask, do you have anything bright we could borrow?
She kind of just looks at you confused. Do I have any what?
We need a light source. I can't really see
Do I notice a
over
candle
there.
in the room?
You don't know any light sources in the room now.
Oh, so no like okay, no candles, no torches, no okay. So
Does Lucinda have any light sources? That's where
Lucinda
I
does
asked the
not have any
question.
light sources. She just
Okay.
kind of looks at you and shrugs.
Um,
Yeah, like a paper, but you would need like something that's like not important paper.
don't touch these books.
Yeah, so I said not. That's why I said not important for.
Okay. I just nod and do I notice anything magical maybe coming off of the book uh, holding case?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
Kana.
You note that
Oh,
there is.
I think subtract one from that because my proficiency went up by one. So this is just
That's
21.
fine. So you note in the area you feel a surge of magic. You cannot pinpoint where. It just seems like everywhere in the entire area of where you're standing. There's even more coming from the south. And to the south, you kind of just feel a large eminent force. You felt it earlier as well.
Uh,
Reaching in my back. Oh God.
no, I was just gonna say kind of like taking, I guess, like open eyes and wide surprise. I just look around the room and slowly look towards the south.
Reaching in my bag, I'll kind of say, Got it. As I pull out a tinder box and two torches. I've had it all along, I say to myself, kind of horribly. I'm going to use the tinder box to light the torches.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab something to drink.
Uh,
So how about that local sports team?
I'm gonna be real with you. I know nothing about sports.
Neither
No
do
one
I.
cares.
what sports are you talking? How about the Euro League? What team do you guys think is going to win?
The what?
The what?
The European tournament.
Uh,
Um,
which which
soccer.
which one?
Essex. Essex.
No, it's in teams, national teams like England, France,
Oh, oh, oh.
Portugal.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay.
Pretty
Um,
good.
where were we?
I was lighting the torches with tinder box.
Okie doke.
Oh, it works, right? Do you need a roll?
Huh?
Hmm? I can hear that.
What did you say?
Oh, I was gonna ask, do you need a roll from me or something like that?
Do I need to roll if you light something on fire? No.
No, okay, cool. So
You
with
have
the lit,
successfully lit the torches.
cool. I'm just gonna hand one to Tilgram, and yeah, I'm gonna keep one by me.
How long do those things got?
Hmm?
How
What
long
did
do
you
those things
say?
last? How long do they last?
Uh,
Good amount. Not one for
I just take the
torches.
candle absent-mindedly, but I'm still focused on what I just noticed before.
I'm
Uh,
gonna shine.
go ahead.
I'm gonna shine a light in the area. So can I see any clearer?
You see nothing except black. It almost seems like as you shine the light on it, there seems to be something moving. You're not quite sure because of the black is absorbing your light, but it almost looked like at first glance something was moving, almost slithering behind this slot.
I immediately jump back and draw my short sword as I kind of say, um, we're not the only ones here, obviously, but whatever is behind that veil, I don't trust it. Prepare yourselves. I kind of say, my hand on the hilt of the blade.
Looking
So
towards.
remote real quick. I'm just gonna like shoot an arrow down like the way that Tom was facing.
Wait, what?
He said he saw something moving, but I'm gonna try and shoot it. Any objections, Pilgrim, or
Wait, you said you saw it in the mirror.
no? He said he saw something moving.
No, y- yes, near the dark area. I just shouldn't. I weren't you looking? I was shining my torch, and the flames were being absorbed almost. I don't know, but there's something back there, and it's moving. It's weird, but nah, looking back at Lucen, I'm just gonna say, you know what that may be or mean for us.
Let's. Okay. Let's
Yeah, I'm
maybe
gonna
not.
shoot.
Just hold that. You can hold it, but just let's figure
Okay,
this out first. Okay. Let's
I'll
not.
ready my short bow then.
Sure. I'm going towards Jotun, kind of I guess pulling on his hand, getting his attention. Could you follow me, please? I want to check on something. I need protection, and I start heading towards southward. Does Jotun follow? Okay. Heading there. Do I notice anything with Jotun behind me?
Uh, you note that the room to the south is the exact same room you were in before. You could see the wardrobe to the bottom or the southern west. You can see the dining area and the table to the immediate south. You know that's as empty as you left it.
Kind of looking confused. I just say, like, strange. I thought I the wardrobe. Walking back with towards the group, I say, okay. Right now, where I'm going to assume the presence of a lock of some sort, and one of these books are the key.
What makes you say that?
Well, they're empty bookcases, are they not? Perhaps we should
So,
a book on them.
so the bookcases in the northern room are filled with books, like wall to wall. There's tons of books and papers and files and things just stuffed everywhere. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
Um,
Um.
oh,
Go
what
ahead.
about the still on edge and waiting for? I'll look at Lucinda. Okay, I guess you're mute. Referring back to the note, the man mentioned that in order to be free, we needed to cut the truth, and his truth were the runes.
You could see Lucinda just kind of shaking her head slowly and tapping her fingers on the table. Ah, okay.
You mentioned runes were on the book, didn't you, Yerm? And I look
Uh,
towards and Lucinda, kind of.
yeah.
Lucinda just kind of like shakes her head. Yeah. And then the runes turned into that word, Savi, Savahi,
Savahi.
whatever. Yeah.
Savahi.
But
eh,
maybe that's the key. Looking towards Yerm, I just kind of look at him strangely. Do you still have that invisible book?
No, we put it back on the shelf. I can grab it again because like right down there, but
Please, please. I want to try something.
okay. Well, I'm just gonna go down there, grab one of the books, and then come back. And what do you want me to do with it, Pilgrim?
I kind of just say, put it in the empty bookcase, but carefully. Be careful.
Before he does that, I'll just again remind. Uh, again, there's something there watching us. Before he
Is it in the walls or is it behind the bookcase? Because I'm still confused when you mentioned you said you saw something.
remembering back to when I saw it, did it appear behind the bookcase, or was it just in the dark area near the wall?
Here, I think.
I was
really?
asking.
You
I'm
weren't
sorry.
paying. Okay,
I
I'll.
was paying attention. I
No,
was
no,
asking
no.
if you made it.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat specifically. On both walls, there are slots in the wall. Each slot looks just about the size of a book. Inside the slot, when you shined your light into that slot, you know that for a split second something seemed to have moved. You're not sure if it moved. You couldn't tell because the blackness seemed to be absorbing light.
Cool. I'm just gonna say, it's near the slots. Do what you want. No, I'm not having any part of it.
Before Yerm, I guess sets the invisible book in the bookcase. Do I see that the I guess the slot or the black mirror material, whatever it was called, does it look solid to me or does it just look like a hole?
It's a slot in the wall. Like it's just a space in the wall that has been cut out, and it looks like a hole. So it just looks like a hole to you.
Okay.
A very specifically designed hole.
Okay. Looking towards Yerm and hearing what Jotun said, I just say, just put it in. Just be careful. Careful.
Everyone, ready like your weapons before we actually do this.
Um, again, before you do it, please just make sure it's the right book. as I just begin stealthing, putting the torch down.
Towards who?
Maybe it's not.
Is it just on my end, or is everyone like cutting out?
So
Me
I
on
did
my end
not.
also.
You were speaking out.
Yeah, Carl, you cut out. The last thing I heard was something that sounded like you were saying something, but I like
Oh, my bad.
setting or
I was
something.
just,
What's up?
I was gonna saying to Yerm, just to make sure it's the right book. The rune, the note says we need to, in order to free him, we need to put the truth with shard of the runes. And if there's something behind the slot, you don't want to, mistakenly put the wrong thing in there. I'll just put the torch down and be in stealth response to him doing that.
Quick question. Can you shine that light in the other one real quick? Like the other slot?
Uh,
Oh, I see. I'm muted. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Everybody pause for a second. Carl, you're
Okay.
cutting in and out. I'm not 100% sure what you were saying.
Uh,
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 and I'm not sure it's
On my
because
end.
you're like it sounds like you keep pausing and I don't know if it's cutting out or not.
It's your end,
uh,
because he was good
uh,
on my end.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll just summarize what I said. Basically, I told him just to make sure it's the right book because there's something behind the slots, and we don't want to encounter anything bad. And I put the torch down and began stealth in response to him doing that.
Okay.
and
Real quick,
Mhm.
I don't you so I just want to explain this thing too. So you don't go stealth. There's no such thing. Like
Okay.
you don't like just disappear. You can tell me you're going to like stand in a certain
Yeah.
place or
Okay.
like but you can't just say I go stealth because yeah, like I don't
All right. So I'll
it's
just
not yeah, I don't understand what it means when you say that. That's the thing. Like I need you to explain what you're doing.
yeah, I'm just gonna hide behind the corner of the wall if that's the case.
Okay.
Can you before you do that? Can you like shine a light in the other hole for me real quick?
I'll just say I'll deal with that, and I'll just go towards the other wall. Try to like investigate it. This time,
Uh
I'll see if I spot anything magical happening.
so uh, roll Arcana instead of investigation.
Uh, 22.
So kind of looking over the slot, you don't note anything magical coming from that area at all, but you do sense you are standing in a very, very dense magic field of some sort, almost an anti-magic field, but you're not quite attuned enough to the nature of the magic here. You're still not good enough, if you would.
Okay. Just kind of backing up. Just go back towards you and kind of with a thoughtful look. It's I just say, yeah, I didn't see what you saw, but there is magic.
Finally saw that.
Yeah, kind of anti-magic. I think.
Whatever it is, it's not here to help us. Well, let's hurry this up.
Yeah, just
I'd rather not toil.
we'll have your back here. Just be careful. Be ready to move if you see anything. And I'll wait for Yerm to place them.
Okay, is everyone ready before I do this?
As brief as I'll ever be.
I'm gonna go put the book in the slot.
Can you specify which?
The one that Pilgrim just investigated.
So the
So
one on
this one.
the right.
Yeah.
Okay, see now I just kind of follow.
Uh, I'm sorry, the one on the right or the one on the left? Just give me a
The one
specific.
right, my right.
What does that mean? My right? Just it's right or
Yeah,
left?
no, I just realized that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
right.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Cool. So as Yerm goes to kind of put the book into the slot, you note holding the spine of the book, the word just kind of starts to fizzle a bit and dissolve. You note as the book was at one time a very rich, just almost a deep violet color. As you slide the book in and you feel it kind of lock right into place, you just see the color just drip off of it until the book becomes that kind of lifeless gray that it was before. You note the runes kind of tracing themselves down the spine and almost igniting with kind of a glow behind them. Immediately from the left, you just hear. You note the rest of you as Lucinda kind of looks up and goes, "Hey, what the hell is that?" As you peer
Definitely.
up towards the other slot, a creature just slinks down from it and falls into the room.
What the hell is that?
It kind of just gurgles again.
Um, I'll just kind of say exactly what I warned you guys about. I don't know what that thing is, but that's what I saw.
You see this thing just
Rough
bubbling
demon.
forth from it. And it just kind of just slinks forward slightly. Everybody draws back.
Passive? Does it look passive?
What is? Wait, is that? Thinking back to the pit full of zombies, does that look like the same ooze? Does it look similar?
Noting the ooze you see, or at least, I'm sorry, say the first part again.
Noting back towards the pit full of zombies, do I find the ooze in front of me similar to the black ooze dripping out of the corpses in the pit?
You do, yes.
Okay, I kind of step back and I say, "That's the kind of like stuff in my hand, stuttering. The ooze from the pit. Uh, I guess I kind
No
of
one touch it.
yes. Be careful. It might be. I think it's like acidic or something."
And with that said, roll for initiative.
Wait, did it inherently look aggressive? Like, was it trying to fight us, or?
Yes, very much.
Oh, okay.
With
Or else
that,
I
also,
wouldn't have said roll for initiative.
Hey, could
with
be
that,
misunderstanding.
I'll kind of claw to your. If it talks, I'll just keep slamming the books in the slots. Hopefully, it goes away.
You could see Lucinda just like shaking her head. Ah, what is it with these guys and getting killed? Ah, oh. You
Um,
notice her just kind of putting both her hands down next to her sheathed swords, and just standing there. Ah, I got it over here, I guess. Are you two having an issue with the foundry?
yes, very much so.
Can you see, or I can stream if you want?
Yeah, do you need assistance? I'll roll initiative for you, so. Or again, if I ask you to roll initiative and you can't do it in the foundry, just roll initiative.
Well, I thought I did.
No, you did not.
I
Oh,
clicked
shit,
it
I'm bad.
4 times.
That's all good. That said, Yerm, you note this ooze kind of looking directly, or at least as best you could see, its motions make it seem like it's headed directly for Lucinda as it kind of comes crashing out of the slot. As it's kind of crashing down out of the slot, you note that the book, just seconds ago, you heard kind of click in, has just vanished, and the slot goes black again. From the corner of your eye, you almost notice just something reach out at you. But as you kind of look back, and there's nothing there. Um, it's your turn.
I'm gonna yell at Lucinda to do her like shadow thing and just like hide, because that thing's coming for you for some reason.
She just kind of yells back, "Yeah, thanks."
No problem. Don't mention it. I'm gonna move away from like where I am by the bookcase, and I'm going to attempt to shoot it with my short bow. Just look around it right here. That's 13 hit. You're muted.
My fault. It does hit. It has 8 AC.
Okay. As I should, I'm gonna yell Savahi. Does it react to it?
You note that it just kind of slithers a bit more towards just that general southern direction. Since it has no eyes and it really doesn't have a form, you're not really certain what it's doing. It just seems to be kind of almost moving slowly or motioning in this just bulbous and tearing form towards the south. You're not really sure.
We all notice this, right?
Yeah, it's just moving. It's almost like liquid being just kind of twisted in the air and torn apart and then molded back together. It's just kind of, but all its like energy seems to be looking south. So with that, your bolt kind of just fires out. You could see it kind of just hit directly into like a mass, just a mass piece on this creature. As you're looking on, you hear nothing at all. You just again hear that just, sound of just it's, I guess, whatever it is rubbing against the ground. You note the bolt slowly sinking into the creature's face. You can see kind of bubbling at the surface and just a little, just what you can see is what looks like smoke of some sort or a vapor just lifting up. You have no idea if you injured it or not.
Okay. I have an idea. Lucinda, hear me out. Grab like all the important notes on there and just hide in the shadows. Everyone else, do nothing.
Kind of just look at Yerm in confusion. Do nothing.
I want to see what this thing does because it doesn't like look hostile. Like it's not actively like aiming at us.
Well, I suggest you just slam the books in the slots. We'll be done with this.
Uh, did Lucinda hear what I said, by the way? Or
What's up?
I told her to like grab the notes also before like she like
Oh, I'm
hides.
sorry. She just kind of just leans against the wall and just kind of shakes her head slowly at you. Yeah. You know she's not really paying attention to you at all.
Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna actually go back. Like, I'm gonna go back and try and grab another book. I don't know how much movement I have left, so I just like I wouldn't make it there, like for this current turn.
Uh, 5, 10, 15, 20. You have 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna like move back 10 feet.
All right.
And I'm gonna pass turn there.
As the mass just kind of continues to liquidate, Lucinda just kind of slinks off past Khan and then around the corner.
I'll call out to her and kind of say, "You have the right idea, miss."
Does the monster change at all?
It just kind of slumps over and kind of starts looking almost around. You can just see a swirling part of it just turn into just a bigger bulbous almost nose kind of shape and just kind of peer out. It seems to just kind of stop. You can see it become almost liquidy and it just kind of splatters just out into just a black puddle. It's just lying all over the ground. With this, Jotun, it's your turn.
Um, did it appear to like somebody try to like go somewhere?
I'm sorry.
The flood, was it like trying to go somewhere, or was it just like going towards Lucinda?
It was going towards what you thought was Lucinda, but suddenly it just kind of splattered into a puddle of just oily black on the ground.
Um,
Kind of,
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
try to head towards the room and like
Oh,
it's close.
Hello? What's going on?
Yeah, sorry, my page broke.
You said your page broke?
It kind of just reloaded itself or something.
probably crashed.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I was gonna go into the other room and pick up a what do you call the things? The pottery bowls or whatever,
Oh,
and try to like put it in that.
So while that is definitely a possibility where you're standing, I guess I can move you which direction? To the room to
Whichever
the
was closest.
northeast or the southwest?
Southwest, I guess.
Okay, so that puts you here, and then that would end your turn. Did you want to? So you stopped at a in front or on the side of one of the or the western bookcase. You're literally about 15 feet away from this ooze. Because you crossed that direction, the puddle kind of just spiked and then reformed, kind of pointing in your general direction. Would you like to prep anything before you end your turn?
Um, stuck loading.
Pardon?
Um, can I dash? No.
You can actually. Yeah, you have 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so 30. So you would end your turn in the room. And yeah, so you just kind of enter into the room and immediately look for a pot to grab. This brings us to Khan's turn. Notably enough, the ooze is now back on its feet, and it's certainly looking towards your general direction, or just that area.
Okay. Hmm, I'm going to take 2 steps forward while keeping eye on the ooze. Does it make any kind of sign in reaction to me moving?
It does immediately kind of swing its body towards you. It almost seems to be tracking you.
Well, my mom did say I was a handsome boy. Um, hey, Tilgrim, I'm going to take my eyes off of it for 1 second. Could you tell me if it does
I
any?
just interrupt them, eyes wide. I recognize what's happening. I kind of just uh, put a finger over my lips and I just shush them. I just point towards the water thing.
Points towards where?
Did you hear me?
Um,
Where do you point towards?
I'm pointing toward. I shushed you, and I'm pointing towards the water. Uh, uh, monster. And I kind of just mouth, it can hear you, mouthing that, not really saying
Okay. Um, with that in mind, I take out a dart. Wait, actually, no. With that in mind, I just, as slightly and nimbly as possible, I dash cautiously. Don't know how it's going to impede my movement, but I dash towards the south. Nimble, like. Does the monster make any reaction while I'm moving?
You don't note any oh, I'm sorry. You don't note any real movement. It's just kind of, well, it's constantly moving, almost like fluid, but it's just kind of lingering there.
Oh, is it body still pointed at me?
It is not pointing at you. It's just kind of gyrating almost.
Okay. Um, looking towards Yerm, I'm just gonna whisper in his ear. Hey, I'll grab you the book. You just put him in the slot, see what happens. Sound fair?
What happened?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
No, I'm asking Con what happened. Like, why is he asking me to do this?
Oh, you asking me to repeat what I said?
No, I'm asking your character. Never mind.
Oh, okay, I get it. Um, well, the thing over there, it's, mm, I don't know, but it came from slots, and if the slots are what I think it is, you might need to fill up all the slots so things could go away. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
Great. Okay. After doing so, I'm just going to still quietly continue dashing towards the bookshelf, cautiously looking at the ground, remembering the layout if there are any traps. Looking at the bookshelf, can I see anything in there, or is it still invisible?
You don't note anything but an empty wardrobe.
Just lead
Great.
him to like. Can I just lead him to like where a book would be?
Um, what did you say? Looking back at him.
And just move your hand over a little bit, and then grab like what you think would be there, like like if you were holding a book.
All right. It's a wardrobe, but okay. I'm gonna attempt to grab, well, cautiously, still very on edge. I'm gonna attempt to grab the top right corner as if a shelf would be there. Do I feel anything?
An empty wardrobe.
And I'm gonna look back and kind of say, nothing. Okay. I guess this is a bust.
I
Is
guess I'm on it.
everything? Yeah. The hanger's still there, right? Everything's as we left it.
Yep.
I'm looking in towards the wardrobe. Okay. Um, I'm going to move. Looking at the corner right here, do I notice any? Do I notice anything? Is it just cobwebs and stuff?
Just cobwebs in a dark corner.
Spiders. Um, I'm going to move right here and kind of flash my. Dang it! I dropped it. Would it be a bonus action to light a torch?
It would be an action to light the torch.
Okay. Well, damn. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna. I still have. Still have 15 feet of movement left. I'm going to. I. Oh, kind of hugs the wall and swears a bit. Where's the torch? Okay. Um, looking back at you, I'm just gonna say, just grab books and put them in the store, the slot. I'm gonna see what's behind there with the torch next time, and I'll just end my turn there.
All right.
In the room, Tilgrim, you note that the ooze creature seems to just be bubbling and gyrating. At times, it looks like it's solidifying. As spikes kind of shoot out, and then they just get sucked back into just this viscous liquid. It doesn't know it's not looking. It almost seems like it's just forming something or bulking into something.
Okay. Seeing this, I'm going to. Okay, I just need to make sure I can do that. Seeing this, I'm going to, as silently as I'm backing up towards right here, I'm going to essentially form a grab into the air, grabbing a ball of fire and throw it towards the water monster thing. I'm going to go ahead and roll the hit.
No, it's back to lagging.
Attack. Okay, let me just roll. Can't roll damage. 9. 9 fire.
So as your bolt just kind of away from you and just kind of tears into the creature, you don't hear anything at all except a immediate kind of crunching noise, and then just this weird bubbling. You immediately are hit with a smell that makes you fairly queasy. Go ahead and make a Constitution save for me. Yerm as well. And then yeah, we'll just do you two.
Con save, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yikes. Nice.
Haha.
uh,
Yerm is immediately kind of stricken. You immediately vomit all over just your armor and scarf. You could feel something inside you just moving, almost slithering a bit. You're immediately just strucken down.
Once
Go
I
ahead
feel
and
something inside me,
yeah, just slithering before you just kind of black out. Go ahead and
I
make a
got
con save.
tapeworms.
Actually, I'll do that later. I'm sorry.
Oh god, I got tapeworms.
Oh. As this is occurring, you can see the ooze kind of splatter a bit as the flame is tearing at it. You see that as the flame is just like kind of just burning down on it, it almost seems to be splattering and splashing as much as itself as it can next to it. You could see it reform as just the fires just turns whatever the rest of the oozes is to ash and then nothingness. The fire just kind of dies out as the ooze kind of slowly puts itself back together and kind of just stares off back at your general location or
um,
direction.
could I, for the rest of my turn, could I just grab, let's say, one of my one of my coins and just toss it? Let's say right here. I have money, right? Yes, I have money. Okay, yeah, one of my ravens and just toss it right here. Is
Okay.
that yeah, I just toss one of my ravens over there.
Okay. I'll just mark it.
Do I notice anything happening?
You don't note anything happening other than the creature kind of just uh like just drips towards the northeast. It's not moving. It's just kind of like just laying there. It almost seems like injured, but you can't really tell as it's just dripping for some reason slowly.
Oh, and you said I can't tell if it's injured, right?
No, it's just kind of slowly dripping in place.
Okay. Oh, seeing that, I kind of just turn around and just kind of like I begin trying to like, I guess, trying to figure out what to do with Yerm, and just like very like thinking, you was right, I shouldn't have, blah blah blah, you know, and in my turn right there.
All right. With that, the ooze slowly slithers. Oopsie. Uh, you could just hear as you just hear a slinking. Oh. You could see the ooze kind of just slithers and drips towards you. You could see it just pouring at you at this point. It just falls forward.
No. Yep.
You could feel just a corrosive liquid falling on top of you as the ooze just covers you. You can feel everything on your body slowly start dissolving. You note that as you kind of fall unconscious, any kind of metals that you had just start blazing away inside the ooze. Your body slowly dissolving as well. And we are going to end this turn here, and we're going to head back to Lucian at the Voctor house.
Are you kidding me?
Gotta be kidding me. No, no, forget that. Wait, no, no, go back.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Well, mood shift, I guess.
Right?
Holy shit!
Yo, Isaiah, you gotta get the Johnny Severe Mood Whiplash quote.
Holy shit! I'm gonna low-key be a bit upset if Tolgum really dies before getting that level up.
All right. How's everybody doing? How's life? It's a swelter out there, right?
It's interesting.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So as we left Lucian, we found him in the midst of the Voctor house. With his fair bit of stealth ability, he's managed to meet one, if not all, of the 8 cats that well he was looking for. The 8 cats of legend, the Circle of 8. Leaving off, following Dolan, the red-caped. I can't think of the word now. Red-caped cat into a library of the Voctor residence. Lucian finds himself face to face with a rather strange cat on his hind legs in a full leather outfit, just kind of shrugging and staring off of them. He just kind of scratches under his chin a bit. Ah, so yeah, so to what do we owe this intrusion? I'm pretty sure you're not a cousin of the Voctors or anything.
Well, I do hate to be in your hair, but there's a bit of an urgent situation with a Baratok involving a mage named Mordecai and an illusionary tower on the mountain, a portal. Something about the 8 bringing the truth back, and yes, quite a few friends locked behind that portal, and we would desperately need your help.
You note the cat's getting closer to you. You can see the gray cat in his leather cap just scratching his chin. Ah, Morton Kanan, you say? Well, what do you think, guys? How was the magic word? You could see him kind of just throw his shoulder forward and rub on it with his other paw. Ah, It was getting a little boring, right? You can see the large cat to the north of the little gray cat just kind of slam his what is a dagger essentially down, but a great sword for him, and throw it back over his shoulder. "Ah, finally, we can kill things again. It's been so long. Oh, it's been so long. You could see the gray cat just stop. Hey, Gato, stop. You're gonna wake the Voctors. Oh, all right. Merrywinkle, we don't need the spell anymore. All right, great. What's your name, kid?
Lucian Talbane.
Ah, yeah, that's great. Anyway, pointing to his south, you know they rather small cat, and just a small pointed cap. You know it to be a witch's or wizard's cap. She dusts off her robe as she picks up a wand and just kind of waves it about a bit. You note just kind of a glim particle fading, almost like a pink, just dust floating away as she nods. Oh, hey, boss, I I got it. So uh I guess it's my turn. You could see all the other cats kind of slowly nodding as the one known as boss kind of just looks. Yep. We need a wizard, no clerics or anything. Plus, it's all your garbage that's there anyway. None of us know how to do that stuff. We'll watch the kid. With that, you could see her just kind of nod and look up to you. Name's Merrywinkle, and what are you exactly? She kind of twists her head and scratches her head with her wand. Yeah, what? Huh?
Yeah, a widow.
Wood elf. She kind of looks back at the others and then to you. You know the year?
Not particularly.
How do you not know what time it is? Ah,
Ever
fine,
since I,
fine.
uh, ever since I arrived in Barovia, I haven't been too sure.
That's the problem with this place. All right, all right. Oh yeah. Name's Merrywinkle. You know that. Lucian, right?
Yes.
So, uh, tell us the whole story. What exactly, well, where'd you hear the name?
Well, from the very beginning, you see, we were tasked by the old burgomaster looking for his son, and we ran up the top of Mount Baratok. There was a mage, quite mad one, honestly, and behind him, the son ran into the portal, and we chase late hour filled with zombies and other creatures of the like.
Hi, it's that stupid boy again. He was here a few days back. Jumped out the window, full of shock. Hmm. She kind of nods. So he managed to wake him up. Well, that was more than Kanan you met, the mad one. His own design. Well, he put a spell on himself. He asked us to seal him off in the tomb, and he made himself go crazy. You can see the rest of the cats kind of just nodding. I didn't want to remember anything for some reason. Only he knows the reason, though. He wasn't right after that fight. Been a while. We kind of left him in there and sailed it off. It's weird. How'd you get the sail open?
Well, when we got up there chasing after the boy, it was already open. The portal was just there glowing.
And lightning,
Uh,
fireworks, all the whole nine.
Plenty, yes.
Hmm. She kind of just looks back at the party. They all kind of nod and say in unison, "Strahd." Hmm.
Yes,
How do you
about
figure
that.
it out? They just kind of shrug, and they all look to you. Hmm?
Uh, about that, something about Strahd being in the tower as well.
They all slowly just look around. Merrywinkle just wide-eyed looks at you. Is Strahd's, huh?
In the tower.
Strahd's inside the tomb.
Yeah.
They all kind of just look around. How?
We don't know. It's like he followed us in? I'm actually not certain how he got in there.
He's a devilish one, he is. Now I see his game. It seems the master is smarter than us yet. She just looks around. Boys, saddle up. Malthea, you too. You just see them kind of huddle. You could kind of just make out bits and pieces of them as they kind of just break. Boss and Merrywinkle approach you again. All right, here's the plan. And you see, Merrywinkle will accompany you. She'll take the whole thing down. She'll show you what you need to see. She'll explain what you need to do. On the downside, you may die. On the upside, well, if you do die, uh, well, I guess it's up to you. You can always take Malthea with you. She can resurrect you if you die. It's kind of her thing. On the downside, she's not very good in the fight, and you'd have to end up protecting her. Your call, but the rest of us need to stay here. Things need to be done. We don't do anything unless the girl's taken care of. So before you leave, you're gonna have to pay her a visit.
One one last thing. What's the door? The metal one. Something about
That's what you're gonna need to help us with. The lady of the house is the only one who has a key to that thing, and that thing isn't real. It's it's a mimic. So no matter what you try to do to it, it's not gonna open. Cause you can't pick an animal, can ya?
fair point.
But there's a charm, a lure. Lady Voctor carries it around her neck. Looks like a pendant. She, mm, it's not her you worry about. She's not very, she's just Lady Voctor. But it's that little Mephisto. Mephathio, whatever. Well, let's just say Lady Voctor isn't exactly what she seems. More of a warlock. Her familiar flies around her. He's invisible, but too powerful for any of us. Feel free to figure that one out, but if anything, we need the key to open the door. Need to make sure the girl's okay. It's kind of why we're stuck here.
You're stuck?
Don't really want to go into it right now. Are you in or not?
I'm definitely in.
All right. Well.
Endanger the spice of life.
With it, you just see him look back to Malthea and look to you. You need a cleric or no?
We certainly could.
All right, Dolan. The rest of them kind of just stay where they are. You travel down to the central location. 5 minutes later. You note the cats kind of just starting to get nervous. All their tails start to fluff up as they all just run to different corners. Dolan by the side of you, and Boss and Merrywinkle to the south, just kind of hugging the wall. You could see Malthea just kind of disappear into the shadow. You're not really sure where she went.
Oh, boss, I wasn't exactly invited when I came.
You can hear Dolan kind of whisper to you as the cats just kind of fade from your vision. You kind of shake your head and just, you're alone. You can hear Dolan just go, aye, yeah, shut up. Listen. Lady Voctor's in there, probably asleep. All you need to do is open up, sneak on in, and, we have paws, no thumbs, so we can't really get the locket from around her neck. A bit of a problem. Mephisto's probably in there with her. Or, he kind of looks around. Just stay quiet. any noises and everything's kind of screwed, then well, we can't help you then. Anyway, here. You can see the door kind of just snap and just pop open slowly, just kind of opening up. Do your best.
That's what I do. I'll just hover with the boots to stay off the ground.
All right.
And I'll just proceed into the room.
As you proceed into the room, you can note Lady in what you imagine is Lord Voctor just kind of sleeping. You don't note anything in particular. A mirror to the south, a closet to the southeast. You note a small, uncomfortable fireplace unlit, as well as torches unlit on the bedside. A fairly modest home for one with so much wealth, you think to yourself.
Have quite what I expected. God, I stay just as carefully and slowly as possible. I just put on over.
Due to your boots, you have no real trouble getting over to this bedside. You note at the bedside there's a just a modest wooden dresser with a torch on it, and directly in front of you is Lady Voctor, kind of just innocently sleeping. You note that in the light she looks almost harmless. You can see her husband just snoring away next to her, just peacefully, as they both slumber. What do you do?
Uh, Breathing as quietly as possible, trying not to make a sound.
What are you doing?
Looking over her, do I see the locket? Dependent.
Um, in the position she's in, you do note that it's slumped over her chest. You could see it resting in like a crevice of her breast. She's on her side. Yeah, just wearing like a simple nightgown. You again think to yourself, strange for someone with so much wealth. Give me 1 sec. I have to open the door.
Yeah. Give a sec for my heart to stop pounding. Solid.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, I got the luck stone. I got 3 superiority die.
I'm surprised no one started playing Metal Gear music.
Would be cool.
Oh, wait, Snake. Where are you?
Live life, Broham. All right, I'm back. Sorry.
I'm in your mom's house.
Fuck you, my bitch. I'll kill your ass.
All right, let's go. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I know what I got to do. Looking at the locket, is there a way to like unfasten it, or is it just hanging off of her?
It's just hanging off. It seems to just be a pendant that's looped onto a simple gold rope around her neck.
All right. So, touching the gold, does it seem to be real?
You don't note any you don't note anything off about it. You take it to be most likely a 14 to 20 carat.
All right. So, gold's a pretty soft metal, and I have a pretty sharpened knife. Would I be able to cut that chain?
You can make the attempt.
Before that, do I see a clear way of like basically unfastening it without moving it past her?
You don't note from the position she's in any clasp visible.
All right, I'm gonna take my very, very sharp knife and attempt to cut the gold.
Okay, go ahead and
I'm taking my time with it too, not trying to make any noise.
so you're gonna slowly cut the gold rope around her neck.
I'll just focus in on part with the clasp that's connecting to the pendant.
Okay. So, feeling around her, the chain, you note that the clasp is nearing the back of her neck. With your knife kind of moving in, go ahead and roll. Make an attack roll for me.
I. What? Oh, right.
She's unconscious. No.
All right. The AC of the chain.
Never mind.
All right, cool. So as you slide and kind of get through the ropes, you note that you feel kind of like a strange sensation behind you as you kind of pop back. Um, you kind of see Lady Voctor move a bit as you note the rope has been severed. Kind of standing up, just looking around, you thought for a second you saw something moving across the wall, right directly, kind of just beside you, and then it moved behind you. You note Lady Voctor kind of is moving positions and she's slowly turning on her back. You could see the rope cut kind of dangles and then falls off. You could see the amulet slides to her side shoulder area and it kind of sits there. The back of her neck is laying on top of the rope. What do you do?
So the rope was successfully cut, right?
Yes.
I'm going to make an attempt to grab the pendant.
All right. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Right? Here we go. Yeah, I gotta die. I'm gonna die.
This is those moments, man. This is those moments.
Cool. So you managed to slide the uh, front part of the kind of necklace forward, the rope, and then slide the amulet off, cupping it in your hand. You kind of feel like you're being watched. You're not really sure by whether from where, but you get a very eerie sensation. With that, it kind of clears up, and you feel fine. You have the floor.
Well, and now that I have the pendant in my hand, I'll just slowly go back around and exit the room. I can't. Okay, there we go.
Outside, you can hear kind of just a whispering, and you hear Dolan's voice. Well, boss, did you get it?
I'll just get away from the door and just I have it held out in my hand.
They just kind of start kind of. You just feel them petting up on you and just kind of rubbing their heads against your thigh and then against your ankles. You just hear a collective as boss kind of goes, well, all right. Let's get back. And you all just kind of head back to the library. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't. I'd say that's me. You actually head back to the store here.
Oh my god. Okay.
You can see boss kind of nervously look at you. Go ahead and open it up. Haven't seen her in a while. Been ordered to stand guard, and it's been it's been kind of rough.
Oh, let's get this through. And I'll pendant up to the door.
With that, you could just hear. You could see the door kind of just collapse into nothingness. Uh, from inside the room, as you just like stand out, you're immediately just hit with a wave of just a foul, decaying, and just as best you can feel, it just smells like feces, like just hot, garbagey, just everything, and it just kind of blows out of the room into your direction. It's not enough to make you sick. It's enough to just kind of you're immediately hit with a what the hell was happening
Jesus, good thing
from
I have the mask.
from the light that you could take away from the room. You kind of see something in the corner of the room, just kind of almost a huddled mass. You could see it slightly move and jerk, almost twitch in unnatural ways. You can only see it barely as a shadow. You're not really sure what to make of it as the cats kind of stop and just you could see that their bodies are on edge, their fur is just standing. You could just hear kind of murmuring, just and that you can hear from the back of the room directly to your west, just as the cats kind of stop. You could see Boss kind of shaking, looking up at you. Well, you're on. I don't see you having any issues standing here.
Plus, to take a step forward.
Stepping through the threshold of the doorway, you kind of just see in just a very soiled, what you believe is supposed to be a white gown, is just a young girl, no older than 16, just kind of just shaking in a corner. Her hair is matted and just a mess of just mixed with what you only can assume is vomit and from the smell, urine and feces. You can see just all over the floor where she is, it's just almost decay. And the bed directly in front of you seems to have these large leather straps that are covered in what looks like skin flakes and just dried blood. You could see fairly clearly that this girl is twitching and just one eye bulging, just kind of looking around.
Oh,
As you look on, you can just hear out of her mouth her slowly go, "Mouse," as she stares at you now, kind of catching just you and the light that opened up when you opened the door. You could just see her staring at you and hissing at you. Her fangs or her teeth this kind of out. You don't note her having any fangs. That was just a figure of speech. What do you do?
alright. So I float to the floor, get on a knee, and I'll put my arms out.
You could just see her just kind of turn away, her eyes never like being off you. Ah, meow, ah. She kind of just throws her hand up. You can hear her making strange noises. You hear them as cat noises, but you can tell from the others behind you they're more so something else, as they don't seem to be moving, just kind of shivering. She doesn't make any sudden movements, just kind of sits there.
I take another step into the room.
As you come closer, you could see her get up very quickly, like almost instantaneously. Her fingers, you could see them slam into the walls. You know her fingernails are incredibly long. You just kind of see them as maybe 2-3 inches. As she slams them into the wall, you can see them snap and break. See, you note the dry blood all over her fingers at that point from where you are. As she kind of scrapes the wall behind her, you could see blood kind of trailing as she screams. You could see tears kind of welling up in her face as she falls back down and into just a mass shaking. You know, oh, I'm sorry. You note the smell getting stronger as you approach her.
Could they do to us? Such a young girl. I take another slow step forward, arms still held out, no weapons or anything.
As you do that, you hear a quick lock and then a snap from behind you. You note the door for some reason is back, and it just kind of is. It's sealed, like from your end. It's just a wall. There's nothing there. It's just the room is complete.
Ah, boy. Excellent. And what's the girl looking like?
She's just shaking in the corner with tears coming down her face. She's just making kind of murmuring noises.
I'll take another slow step forward. Shh, there's no need to cry. No one's going to hurt you.
You could just hear kind of a shaking. Can 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 Kitty play? Meow. She kind of turns and her eyes dart around and then just stare at you. You could see her
Okay.
put her hands up towards you and just kind of raise both her hands.
Kitty can play. Take a slow step forward.
She just kind of and just kind of rubs her head against her hand. You note as you get closer, her wrists seem to be heavily scarred from what you imagine is the belts on the bed. You note her ankles are the same, and she has scars kind of going all the way up her shoulders to her neck. You're not sure, but they look like almost carvings that were made into her skin.
I'm just still holding my arms out. Does she seem to react?
She's just kind of shaking in the corner and just rubbing her head on her hand and staring at you.
Yeah, I'll take the slowest step I've taken so far forward. How does she react?
She kind of just pops immediately up on just her feet, squatting in a position directly in front of you. Both her hands kind of in front of her, just crossed on her chest. She just stares at you. You almost make direct eye contact as she's squatting, just staring at you. She kind of looks. You can pet Kitty if you want. She kind of just puts her head and kind of moves it around towards like you. You know her hair smells awful, and it is definitely covered with matted feces.
So, knowing I'll regret it, but taking the cue, I'll just pat her on the head. Someone's going to hurt you.
She
You don't
kind
need
of
to cry
just
anymore.
rubs her head into your hand. She immediately kind of falls into your chest and just starts sobbing uncontrollably. You just hear her like almost like scream. With this, you hear a
I'll
loud kind of sound to your east, just kind of a boom.
I'll just as she's like weeping and crying, I'll like hug her and pull her in closer.
Well, with that, you see the door kind of just fall and open. You could see the cats now kind of just running from the shadows. Quick, library, close up, and they just kind of
Come
run
along,
off.
come along.
She doesn't move. She just kind of shivers in the corner there.
Because I was like holding her. I try to pick her up.
Go ahead and make an athletics check for me. Holy shit! What is this?
Do I need to use another die?
No, you're fine. With that, she kind of just "Meow," and just hops onto you. You're not so much picking her up as her body is now pressed heavily against your neck and back as she's just claws dug into your chest and legs twisting around your stomach incredibly tightly. You note she doesn't seem to have much restraint. With that, I'm just gonna move you guys along.
Yeah.
Oh, and then close lock. Close lock. Yeah, okay, cool. You note you hear something, almost a flapping of wings. As this is happening back in the room, you could see the others kind of like gathering around as they kind of all like seem to like drop their guard for a bit. You could see them all kind of grabbing onto Stella, or who you or imagine to be Stella, as they just go, "Welcome back, little miss. It's been quite some time. Yes, yes, we must keep you safe. Royalty must be returned." You could see Boss just kind of scratching his head. Well, shit, that went really well. You know, I kind of like you, Lucy. You're top of the notch guy. Usually, well, only other person who we tried to convince to do that, well, he went screaming, running out of here, and jumped out of a window. And well, hell, he's the reason you're here. So, yeah, I guess we'll help you out. With that, you note him kind of smiling back to Stella. We'll take care of the girl. You and Merrywinkle and Mouthy, well, head back to that mountain and I guess wake up the boss and well, he'll know what to do. He'll let you know. Just do me a favor. Whatever that crazy son of a bitch does or tells you, don't kill him. You're gonna need him alive.
All right.
More than Kanan, I mean. He shakes his head. He's an idiot, but well, he's the only one who can control a force like this.
Why? Why did she get turned into? What do you mean by royalty?
They all kind of just look at you and then look back. Boss kind of nods. Listen, you've done nice things for his kid, but don't worry about that. Anyway,
I'll leave it at that.
looking back, boss looks at Merrywinkle. Well, you might as well finish it off, and we'll deal with the rest. We'll take care of Cosgrove. Merrywinkle kind of nods, and she flips open a small notebook. You know it to be a spell book as it kind of just starts floating in front of her hand. She kind of looks at you. Oh yeah, I don't really want to stick around, and we'll be honest, I don't know how to get out of here. So we're just gonna teleport. You ready to go?
Fine by me.
She nods, and in a flash, you just kind of feel nothingness. And with that, Lucian teleports back to Mount Baratok with Merrywinkle and Malthea. And we're going to leave him there.
So it's just the three of us.
It is indeed.
I told him there were 5 of us outside.
Well, she did ask, were you ready to go?
Oh god, I know I came back to something not that good. What happened?
Well, this is splendid. He's not wrong. You just say yes.
What
That
happened?
What are we
brings us
gonna do?
back to Valaki.
No, what the fuck are we gonna do? All right, okay.
Okay.
So standing outside of the Voctor residence, Zardos, Kester, and Bennett note about 30 to 40 minutes have gone by without any word from Lucy, and you just kind of stand down in the bushes in the rain, just kind of getting wet and cold, and you know it's coming up on about 50 minutes now.
Yeah, you think he's dead? I think
Yeah,
he's dead.
probably
Ish.
dead.
Ah, that's too bad. Where to next?
Yeah, there's no way your party would respond like that.
No. All right. Okay. What are we gonna do? What?
Uh,
I'll wave my
From-
numbs out, I guess.
from where we are, is there like, could we hear anything happening in the house? Any sounds coming from it?
You heard a slight thump from the second floor probably 20 minutes ago.
What of the meowing?
You didn't hear any of that, no,
Like at all or recently?
like at all.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
splendid. In that case,
We've been left in a
okay.
fucking predicament.
Well, there's no way we can get in there with our skill set.
All right, and I guess in the past like half an hour, you said we've been out here. Have we seen any movement from like any of the windows, any shifts, anything that would like indicate someone was moving somewhere?
The only windows you can see are for the bottom floor and not the second floor. You just note just random movement in the lower floor, just a few minutes. You're not sure what it was. Most likely just people moving about.
Uh, whatever happened to him, It doesn't look like he fought anyone, or else it probably would have heard some kind of commotion. Unless he got absolutely steamrolled.
No, even then there'd be some kind of a noise, some kind of a struggle.
Yeah. So then, either he succeeded, or he's still in the process of doing it. If he had failed, he probably would have already been out here or, captured by now. Okay, so then what happened?
Let's stick out there. From where we are, how close could we get to the Doctor House? Like, could we get back into the original position that we were in? Like, in those bushes?
Yeah.
You are muted.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, there we go.
okay.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So you're quite literally right here.
Oh,
Okay. All
Uh,
right.
Looking up, do we have eyes on the window that Lucian went into?
Nope, you are nowhere near it. The only thing you know is that he went up and then onto the roof of the second floor. After that, you have no idea where he went.
This is quite the pain. All right. Oh, I don't even know what to do now.
And
All right, cool. In the interest of time, I'm going to then go back to the fight that is ensuing in the Forgotten Tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Severe mood whiplash.
Pain, agony.
man, I walk away for like 15 minutes, and this is what happens.
And let us see, where are we? The ooze has gone forward and is now dissolving Tilgrim. All right. So as you all look on, Yerm, you note being right next to it that the ooze is just in a large glob just right next to you. It seems to be gestating. You can see a bubbling inside of it. You can see Tilgrim's body just kind of slowly getting sucked up. You could see her little just form floating there in the middle of this just dark ooze. Um,
Can I
as
hear
the
her?
uh, you don't. You know her to be what looks like unconscious. You could just see that there's bubbling going on around her as her robe slowly starts getting eaten away at, and her skin starts to slowly just almost peel in front of you. With this, it is your turn.
I'm on contact. I make a death save, don't I?
You don't know. You're unconscious. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Make a death save. Yeah, I thought you were alive. Well, you don't notice any of that. You're unconscious. Oh boy, that was my fault. I apologize.
Where do I go for a death save again?
So just on your character sheet, it's on the top right hand side or the mid side. That's a terrible explanation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it is.
Right
Oh,
side
I
of
see it.
your
I see it.
character sheet says death saves. You just click on it. Lovely. From the shadows, you just quickly hear swords and flashing. As you kind of just see Lucinda just appear and just flash two swords quickly, you could just see the ooze boost, like just burst, and just kind of fade into nothingness as it kind of drips onto the ground in front of her and just slinks back before just she stabs down at it. As you could see it rise up and then just fall into a lifeless pool. She kind of just stands there staring over at Yarm's corpse or body and just kind of shakes her head. Idiot. And then looking down towards Tilgrim, shaking her head again. Idiot. She looks back towards the ooze and her sword being just dissolved as she pulls it back quickly and just starts whipping at it, getting the ooze off. What the hell is that? Her sword has been cracked as she kind of just looks at it and slides it back into her sheath. She just kind of looks around, shaking her head slowly. By the way, you can add 100 experience from that.
Oh, cool.
As she just looks over towards Khan, she shakes her head. "Ah, hiding in the corner, are we? Yes, trembling while your friends die. Very nice, very nice."
I kind of respond, not necessarily. I was gonna investigate this corner. The last thing I saw was him fall. Who was dead again?
She just kind of wipes her nose and then like points up. Everybody.
Oh,
She kind of shrugs. The half orc ran off and I don't know where he is. Man, you guys are whew. And she just goes to sit down. I need to take a break.
me and you both. But let's see if we can, I guess, salvage some of this. I've
Uh,
just met them.
with that, Jotun wanders back into the area holding a clay pot with lid in his other hand, just kind of looking around confused.
Seems that you've all solved the problem then. I'm just gonna toss that to the other guy.
Tossing the pot, you note the bodies of Tilgrim and Yurm just kind of laying there lifeless. What do you all do?
Immediately, I run over to Yerm and kind of shake him. Hey, wake up! Um, I'm noticing he's unconscious, right? Or do I notice he's unconscious?
Yeah, you note he's unconscious.
Cool. I'm going to attempt to resuscitate him. Looking back, big scary man. Go save Lady Tilgrim, why don't you?
Save her how? I
And
don't know how to do all that healing stuff.
well, I guess all your brains are in your brawn. I guess I don't know. In doing so, I will roll a medicine check to normal. 17.
You note Yurm coming to, kind of confused at first, and then realizing where he is.
Okay. No time to explain. I'm going to get Tilgrim as I just rush over and slowly trying to, I guess, see her. I don't know. I'm just gonna roll a medicine check as well and shaking her. Miss, don't die yet. I haven't got paid. It's 12.
You managed to bring Tilgrim back, just kind of shaking her wildly. You note yourself, you start to feel exhausted. You suffer a level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay. The things I do for strangers. I just kind of slug against the wall.
Please make a note you have level 2 exhaustion currently. Everyone
Oh,
else in the party has level 1 exhaustion.
okay.
Gasping, awake and kind of in pain, I look around and to see, well, the party in front of me. Kind of in panic, I say, "Where is it?"
It's dead.
Gone now.
And I kind of just slump over in relief, sighing.
What was that thing?
You can see Lucinda just shrug. I don't know. Moving shadow. creepy. Anyway, yeah, can we figure this out? Really don't want to die, guys. Not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but look around. You're not exactly the healthiest bunch of people, and I don't know. You guys don't make the best decisions. Starting to feel like we're gonna die. You can see her nervously kind of looking around. Even though she's pacing, you can't hear her at all.
Where are your footsteps?
She kind of just stops and looks over at Jotun. You can see her kick towards you and then stop, her foot about 3 or 4 inches away from your face. Uh, she kind of moves to the side and just points at her feet. The boots. She puts her foot back down and just kind of jumps up and down and kicks her feet on the ground. You hear nothing.
Fancy fancy.
She kind of nods.
Looking over at Lucinda, I'm just gonna say, why don't you and Yorm, I guess, finish what he started over there? I'm gonna take a breather.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the book and then this time put it in the other book slot.
Maybe do them both at the same time. Maybe that'll do something.
Lucinda, you can see the bookcase also, right?
Lucinda just kind of turns towards you. Yeah.
Grab a book with me real quick.
What'd you say?
Grab a book with me real quick.
Lucinda begrudgingly walks up to the case and nods. Sure, why not? Sound. She looks over at Jotun. You're not half bad when you're, not staring at walls. She kind of flips a book in her hand and looks at it. So what are we doing? Slotting these things or something?
I'm also gonna put it in there. I'm gonna. Give me a second, Carl said. I'm gonna tell Tilgrim what I saw when I put the book in there the first time, like how the color basically like left it, and the Arcana started to kind of leave it also, and it kind of like went into the ground almost.
Kind of looking up towards Jerem into the ground. Okay. Do I notice anything? Like looking at like with my arcane sight, I guess. Do I like feel anything different?
You don't note anything different. Everything seems pretty much the same.
Okay. Getting up and kind of groaning, I say, well, let's just get this over with. I want to get out of here. I want to die in this under rock. And I just like very slowly, I just pick up my coin and you're ready.
Yeah, I'm also.
Lucinda just kind of nods at you and agrees. Yeah, dying's not exactly my thing either. I have
I'm
things
gonna
to
grab a
do.
book also to put in the other slot.
Cool, I'm gonna throw you here.
Yeah. You ready, Lucinda?
So just kind of side-eyeing you and nodding. She goes, yeah, great, ready. She kind of holds her book and puts it in front of the slot and just kind of looks back.
Will anything happen?
Oh, are you placing your book in?
Oh yeah, I'm also placing my. Well, I'm waiting for her first to see if we already put one in the first time, in that same hole. So.
Okay, so Lucinda just kind of looks at you and says, are you ready to...
Oh yeah, I put mine in also.
So you both just slide the books in. You can hear them both hit at almost the same time, just make a clicking noise. With that, you note the room kind of starts permeating almost a wind in the middle, a whirlwind kind of just whipping out. You can't see anything, but you can feel it, just like a cool breeze. Tilgrim feels just an immense amount of just energy, some force just kind of building up. As you could see, the notes in the books in the room just start flying off the shelves everywhere towards the floor. It soon becomes a disheveled mess as there's piles of just papers and notes and books of all types just streaming out into the floor. As this wind keeps kicking up and blowing around, you just kind of see a quick burst from the middle as dust gets lifted and thrown out, and all the cases and all the papers and documents just kind of land and hit the ground with just a. And as you look back at the landscape in front of you, you note in particular that of everything that's now gone from the shelves as you peer, there seems to be one book just sitting here on the top shelf.
I'm gonna take the book.
Okay.
Open.
As he does, do I notice any writing on the book?
You don't notice anything on the spine of the book. You don't notice anything in the front. It just seems to be an old kind of burnt brown leather just cover.
Do I recognize it as the book I saw in my vision?
You don't recognize it as the book you saw in your vision per se, but you do feel an immense power permeating from it.
I kind of walk toward where Urim is going as well. Then, super curious.
So as you kind of flip open the book, you don't note too much written in it. You note one entry. It seems to be a journal, and you note that. Yeah. Let's see. You have access to that note in your journal.
Uh, while we're reading this, I'm gonna call Khan, Jotun, and Lucinda over to kind of like come check this out, basically.
Sluggishly move along.
So, Pilgrim, you know anything about this, or
I just read all of it and it doesn't look. This doesn't look familiar at all to me, does it? Like the handwriting.
It looks familiar to the other note you found earlier, but you don't note it as anything other than that. What you could surmise from the writing and just the area is that it is quite old, but you're unsure of a time or who is writing it.
how old does the writing look?
You're not really sure.
Can I see if
Okay.
there's more pages?
You note that as you kind of flip through, the only thing written on the other pages is the word remember, just repeatedly. You also see scrawled again, one step away, one letter away.
What if that's something to do with Savahi? I asked Pilgrim.
Then would that mean that there's a missing letter? Wait, seventh moon. Let me pop up the other letter.
Could it be the guy that we saw with the staff? You know, the, the wizard guy. I say towards
The Phantom?
the.
With
Yeah. So, yeah, the one with the weird staff. Could that be? Could this be his doing?
could be possibly. Remember, this is his tomb of some sort, and it does seem as though he's against Strahd. But how
Oh,
does this...
I'm gonna head back towards the wardrobe. Do I notice any change?
You don't see anything but an empty wardrobe sitting in front of you now. There's no change.
Oh, okay. Um, Looking
Looking
up, sorry.
towards Yerm, I asked. Well, actually, no. I wrote it down. Looking into my book, right? I wrote down the runic symbol. Do I notice anything where it could fit in the journal or in the letter?
You don't notice anything. Both the journal and the letter just seem like just something written down. They don't seem to have any um magical presence or anything of that nature.
Okay.
While I was looking at the note, did the ink seem recent?
No, the letters and the notes seem rather old.
Okay. Um, Again, looking at the back of the party. Well, I don't know what you lot want to do, but I know that I'm tired as heck. Um, if there's no way out of here, I suggest we take a little break.
Say
I
hell,
kind of
mommy and daddy aren't watching you.
there.
You can say hell, mommy and daddy aren't watching you.
But I suggest we take a little break. I'm not feeling too well.
Could I look towards the bookcase?
Okay.
Just looking towards the bookcase. Do I notice anything different?
There are no books on the bookshelves or bookcases.
Okay. In the
Where
room,
were you able to tell where the wind is coming from?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Were we able to tell where the wind was coming from?
Are we able to tell what is coming from? The wind?
Wind.
So the wind just came from the center of the room and shot it out and then dissipated.
Okay. Do I notice the torch that Pilgrim had? Is it still on the floor, or is my torch on the floor still?
I have no idea what you were doing with your torches.
No, I
You
gave Pilgrim a torch and I dropped mine. Does she still have a torch?
I have no idea.
So
should
you can have Pilgrim.
put it out. Anything like
Hmm?
that. I never. I should have. I never put it out or anything like
Well,
that.
Pilgrim, you might give me that as I kind of point towards the torch.
I kind of just nod.
Actually, no, the torch would be out because you were eaten by the ooze. So yeah, it would have
Oh, okay. Never
it,
mind.
it would have
Um,
extinguished it.
I
I'm
guess just
gonna
go on to it then.
heading down towards the corner and taking out my tinderbox. I'm going to light another torch and kind of shine it behind the corner of this place. Does anything happen?
You note that it is so flush with the wall, you see no light permeating.
Yeah, okay. Well,
The torch you
I,
gave me was a small candle, right? Or what type of?
no, it's a torch. As I kind of just point towards my hand. I don't know how to explain. Oh, if no one else has any what the hell is that? If no one else has any ideas, I suggest we go over the caskets again, see if anything changed.
You could just see uh Lucinda just shaking her head and like looking at the note and then looking back at the book and then looking at the note again. She kind of just shrugs. Yeah, I don't get it. What does all this stuff mean?
Well, it appears that whatever this is past tense. He must have, whatever that guy was preparing for something, and he mentions, not being the villain and, murdering Strahd. So I'm assuming it's the wizard because Strahd had a conflict with him. But it doesn't make any sense. So either we're trapped in some, I guess, timeline or memory, or yeah, or something's being, refolded back in our eyes, if that makes sense.
Uh, she kind of just shakes her head. Yeah, you don't make sense, weird, funny elf boy. Anyway, listen. She kind of just looks
Something.
and like dusts her scythe off. There's some weird stuff here. You guys kind of seem to be I don't know. She kind of just shrugs. Never mind.
Does the letter, the rune I copied, is it like a alphabetical letter, or is it just like a rune that I can't fit in any like word?
It's just a runic symbol. Like there's shapes. There's 5 shapes.
Okay. What Is there like a picture of the shape, or is it just shapes?
Whatever you drew it down as, that's what the shapes are.
This is confusing. Okay.
You can see Lucinda kind of take a seat in the chair and just start looking over like what she has. What do you do?
Can I go over the note? Looking back to Pilgrim, hand me the note again.
Uh, I do so, and I hand him the letter first discovered. I'm confused on how all this fits together. I can only assume that you're supposed to find a letter. Uh, Looking towards Germ, you said Savahi, right?
Yeah, Sabahi.
Maybe the name isn't
Why?
complete.
Um,
The name might not be complete. I'm not sure though.
looking at the bookcase, I'm just gonna ask Yerm, did you fill in all the slots, or are there still some empty spots?
Oh, empty. He filled in the only to the door.
Could you repeat that?
We filled in the only two that there were. There's no more empty slots to my knowledge.
Okay. And looking back at Lucinda, and are there any other places with books that you've noticed while scouting?
Are there any Is the magic still in the room, by the way, in the bookcase and whatnot?
I'm sorry, is there anything in what room?
Do I still notice the magical aura in the room?
You don't know.
Oh, it's gone.
Hmm.
Okay. Man. Okay. Going back towards the bottom of the room. Is that gone as well?
Nope, you still feel a powerful magic emanating from behind the wardrobe.
Kind of wave everyone over. I don't know what this means, but there's still magical something over here.
I tried checking, but I don't see anything.
Maybe we can try to move it again.
Well, maybe I can find something. Follow me. I don't want to go alone. And I just kind of wait. Did Yoden say something?
Oh, I was saying maybe we can try to move the bookcase again.
You're super low. I'm sorry.
We can try to move the bookcase.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I nod and say we can give that a try again. Let me just take a
Long.
look first. Looking at the bookcase, is it just the same?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it just looks like an empty wardrobe to you.
You still see a bookcase though, right?
You still see a bookcase, yes.
man. Okay. Looking into the bookcase, anything different? Can I try to peer deeper into the magical nature of it, or
Maybe
no?
get inside.
I just look at get inside. I don't know what this does.
Jeez, what the hell's wrong with you?
Try moving it. Maybe that will. Did we look on top of it?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did not.
Kind of just motion them over. Maybe we should look on top of it. Maybe something then. I'm running out of ideas here.
Looking on top, do I see anything other than like books?
You don't see anything. You just see like 4 cases of just books. There's nothing on
Perhaps
top of it.
seeing Yerm look over on top, I say perhaps someone who doesn't see books should look on top. Look into Yo and I said, do you see books?
No, it's a wardrobe to me.
What do you see on top then?
How tall is the wardrobe?
You know that to be about just about 9 feet tall.
I
Okay. I'm gonna bring over a chair and then kind of get on top of it, just on top.
You don't know anything above it except the wall, and then higher up you could well, you can't really see the ceiling, so
Yeah, there's nothing up here.
Looking at not your Tilgrim, I'm just gonna say, you mentioned that you felt something behind it. Why not check behind it? You're the expertise in magic or arcana. Find out what's behind it.
yeah
I don't know. Looking at Dion, I'm just gonna say, why don't you try to move it with those gigantic arms of yours? I don't know.
yeah. Let's do that one more time, one last time, before we do something that may or may not work. Do something quite
Yeah,
drastic.
sure. I'm gonna move over and try to move it again. Wardrobe again.
Just to give her
it,
advantage.
yeah, it doesn't budge. You don't even have to roll.
Yeah, it's still not moving again. So now get inside.
Okay. I just say we could. I kind of muttering, not really liking the idea. I say we could bust a hole in it, but
Yeah, let's do that. Let's bust a hole in this magical thing.
Possibly go wrong.
I don't. I don't know how he could react though. Are we
Well, it's
sure?
better than doing nothing. All kind of.
It is. Are we sure that we looked through everything here?
Well,
You could see Lucinda kind of shaking her head. Yeah, she kind of just looks back and goes over things. Yeah, you guys she kind of shakes her head. Yeah, it's probably not a great idea to try to blow things up. Or she just looks back at the notes and then looks back. This guy was talking about becoming something. Uh, it says a beast of some sort. Yeah, he seems pretty crazy. I don't know if you want to do that. Just saying.
Probably best not to break the crazy man stuff.
Yeah. Let's. Bad idea. Bad idea. Let's. Okay.
So we can get inside the bookcase.
Get inside.
I'm gonna move over by telling him to pick her up.
Oh.
Yeah, get inside the bookcase.
Okay. So Jotun just
What?
lifts Pilgrim up
Get
by
inside the
the
robot Shinji.
shoulder, I suppose. Dangling there, what would you like to do with Tilgrim's daintiness?
Just kind of drag her over and put her inside the bookcase.
Wait.
Let's
Wait.
Okay.
not do that. I'm kind of
Wait.
say.
So Tilgrim just gets kind of whipped and tossed into the bookcase. Well, not in the bookcase for you guys. It's the wardrobe.
The wardrobe,
Yeah. So as Tilgrim kind of sits inside, do you close Tilgrim into the wardrobe?
yeah. Yep.
Okay. So as you go to close the wardrobe, you just hear as it just closes. Um, Minutes pass, and other than Tilgrim's heavy breathing, you don't notice anything of note happening.
I immediately open the door or open the doors of the wardrobe and kind of
Noticing on my
filter
end.
them.
By the way,
I'm sorry.
am I noticing on my end?
On your end, you notice anxiety grip you.
Okay.
You are now exhausted and terribly claustrophobic.
I'm kind of just banging on the door, trying to get out.
Yeah, I immediately try to open the
Yeah,
door.
let's
Is it-
go.
All right. I'm just gonna open the wardrobe door.
Yeah. As a mouse, say, don't do that. Like, oh, and I kind of just walk away towards Lucinda.
Lucinda continuing to just look at the note, and she's shaking her head. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but we found this book because of some magic books that you guys can't see, and now you're trying to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but it doesn't make much sense to me. And
I
she goes back to reading.
have an idea that might work. I don't know. Might do something. Picking up one of the empty books off the ground. I walk back towards Yerm and asks him to take a book off of the in the word the bookcase he sees. I'm kind of yeah.
I'll do just that. I'll take one and do what Tobin basically says for me to do.
All right. So looking back to the bookcase, as you reach for another book, you note again they're just all back in their place, never having been touched, all with the same word running down their spine as you kind of pull a book out and just kind of hold it in your hand.
Putting these together might do something.
Well, let's do it, I guess.
Maybe try putting the new book into the bookcase.
Yeah, Tobin. Well, yeah, Tobin, hand me the book. I'll try and put it in there and see what happens.
I do so, yeah.
I put the book from the other shelf into this bookcase. Do I see anything happen?
You note as you put the book into the case and release, it just falls to the ground. You see it on your side as just kind of falling directly down in front of you. For those of you who don't see the bookcase, you see this as it just falls into the wardrobe.
There's nothing happening. Then.
I'm looking dejected. I just say, okay, look, that failed.
Oh,
Let's.
we're gonna die here.
No, we're not. We need to figure out what this means. Going back towards the book.
Oh, Lucinda just kind of shakes her head at you. Yeah, this dude was mothering about a step or something and leathers and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. She kind of goes back into the room and sits down. I'm quitting for the day. You guys have fun. I'm just gonna like let this slow, painful death happen.
Okay.
I might just join you, Lucinda.
Hey, you said there was a rune, right?
I have no idea what I said.
Okay,
What,
I think
what
I
do you
have an
mean?
idea. I have an idea. May not work, might work. I'm not sure. Looking towards everyone, I basically say, uh, one letter, and in the book it mentions a step. Thinking back, Mr. J, there's a staircase leading towards the exit, right?
There is yes.
Maybe this rune is the key to us leaving. It might work, might not. It's something.
So Lucinda just kind of says, "Didn't you just translate the ruin because that's what the books had on them before it changed to the word?"
Wait, the rune. I kind of just nod and say, "Well, yes, but I don't know what to do here."
She shakes her head. Well, maybe the ruins are just the word.
Words. Oh man. Okay. Maybe.
Cool. Real quick, in the interest of time, do you have any ideas what you're doing? Anybody in this group?
I was gonna suggest to put the books together and again, like Lucinda's been saying, I guess try to read out what it spells if there are different runic symbols on each book.
They do not have different runic symbols on each book.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Each book says the same thing on every single cover. Each book is
Did I miss-
identical.
Did I miss anything?
Looking towards Lucinda, I said, "Are you suggesting that we chant the word Savahi?"
She kind of like nods. I mean, I don't know about chant, but if that's written on all the books, and we have this thing here telling us that he was becoming things. It talks about leathers. It talks about beasts. It talks about steps. I don't know. Again, why the books make this thing pop up? She kind of shrugs, looking at the slots on the wall.
Point, but if this letter is a key, then how will we use it to open the lock?
She kind of shrugs and goes, "Don't know. Don't know what he means by he's becoming a beast or a creature. Also, don't know what he means by one letter away."
Looking at Europe, I'm gonna ask, hey, did any of the books seem like they were missing a page?
From my knowledge, no, they all had all the pages in there. Some of them weren't like fully written, but they were all in there.
Take one of the empty books and try writing, like conjuring a quill in my hand. Could I try writing the rune on the side of a book?
If you'd like, sure. I don't.
Does anything happen? No.
You write the. I mean, you just kind of look down at the side of the book, writing or at least tracing the rune down on it. You don't note anything occurring. No.
Okay. Okay. Um.
Cool. Anybody else before I move around?
Wait.
Because
One
time.
letter back. One letter away.
Oh yeah, I got nothing. I'm stumped.
Could I just go back to the coffins and well, I'm just gonna head back over to this room over here. And looking directly over here, that was not a bookshelf, right? That was a wardrobe, I'm guessing, or a drawer.
Yeah, it was just kind of a solid wood table with just a drawer
Oh,
under it.
okay. Heading over there, I'm going to investigate it and cautiously open and peek inside of it. Does anything happen?
There's nothing inside of it.
Do we have?
And of my knowledge of this floor, going any further this way or oh, where am I? This way would just leave me in a loop, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
The okay? The bookcases are still empty. Um. Could I try summoning a mirror? I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna using prestidigit this. I'm going to summon a small mirror or reflective rock mirror, basically, fit in my hand.
All right.
As I do,
So, as you kind of flicker, your hand kind of flashes as just a steel mirror kind of appears.
looking in the reflection across the room, do I notice anything strange? Is my
You don't.
reflection the same?
Yeah, you don't notice anything in your reflection that would indicate anything strange happening.
Even the reflection of the bookcases as well?
Yes, correct.
What
Okay.
exactly are you trying to do?
It mentions a mirror as well. Mirror again, a new man, me. I'm trying ideas out. If you have any ideas, let me know.
Why
Uh,
don't you try to reflect the mirror, the wardrobe, since both of us, or it seems some of us don't see it. Maybe it could show you something.
I nod and go do so.
As this is happening, Lucinda just starts muttering under her breath as she's reading through. She just keeps repeating the same thing about one letter, one step behind. With this, I'm going to move over because I don't think you guys are actually doing anything. So I would like to head back to Mount Baratok,
One letter,
and you guys could figure that out. So, as we rejoin Lucian, Merrywinkle, and Amalthea, you note that the wall that was once a portal has been kind of sealed. You can see Merrywinkle just kind of looking over at the ruins and then slowly looking around. She shakes her head and just shrugs. Was this like this when you all came?
When we first came, the portal was glowing and open and thunder and lightning, but then there's also a bit of a pressing issue.
She's just looks around and looks at the crackling lightning shooting out of the broken tower. This won't do. Someone broke the seal. What's the issue?
So when I said I had allies who were helping me look around, they were right outside the Doctor residence.
She kind of shakes her head. Well, no, 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 no. That just won't do. You better tell them to come on over. She goes back to inspecting the pillars. Malthea just kind of quietly just stands there, staring at you.
I'm just kind of panicked. I just look off the mountain and I see, and I can see Malachi in the distance, right?
You can, yeah, with the lightning just crackling across the sky.
Would there be any way to you could help me send them a message? As I talked to her, it was Periwinkle, wasn't it?
Girl just kind of rubs the side of the room and shakes her head. Uh, I guess. I mean, well, uh, if I must, I could go get them.
They'd be a great help.
Hmm. She kind of moves back and starts inspecting the other one as Malthea just kind of goes to the door. Hmm. Well, I guess. What are their names? What do they look like?
There's a two are they're two masked gentlemen of one's Kester, kind of a jesterish looking visage. There's a Bennett, quite a creepy looking brown mask, and a Zaldin. There's no, I mean Zardos. What they well, he's missing an arm and a hand.
She kind of nods. That's a. Hmm. I could see why you. Well, I could see why you came to us. She kind of just like looks around you with her tail curled. I'll go look for them. They were where last?
Uh, just outside the residence, in the bushes.
Fine. We might as well do it together. And with that, in the interest of time, we're going to just suck the three of you down here with her. And Papow, you're now in the scene.
No, Kester,
Cool.
you can't just
Hello,
fog out a
gentlemen.
house.
Oh,
A bit of a
hello there.
success.
So this
That's
has,
something.
just so you're aware, based on your mishaps, this has caused about 2 hours to pass by.
Oh, understandable.
So with this, Winkle just kind of waves. Yes, yes, pleasantries. Let's get on with it. As she kind of slams her wand down and waves it, you could see the portal slowly start building itself from the ground up.
Ooh.
As it goes back into its just kind of purest form, you can see her just kind of look back to you. Ugh, I hate this place. Come, Malthea. They both just step through it.
Well, okay, let's go, fellas.
Rushing along.
Uh, okay.
Where's my token on this map?
Right there in front of you.
I can't
Yeah.
see
He
it.
is indeed invisible, at least to us.
Crazy. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I feel.
Same diff.
I know Jackson is hinting towards it.
Jesus Christ, you hurt me every day. Oh, we're back.
Behind.
Hello there.
Here again. Here again.
Here it again. Here it again.
Quickly just appearing. You could see Malthea and Merrywinkle just kind of rush out, looking around, scattered. Yes, this place looks a little worse for wear. Mm,
Mm.
mm, fine. They just kind of rush along. Someone
Oh.
triggered all the traps as well. I hope it wasn't you, lot. Poor
Well,
souls.
they sure weren't triggered when I was here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Look, the old mm, doesn't look as good as when he has his fortress out. You could see her muttering under her breath as she kind of moves around as Malthea quietly moves with her.
I'm just gonna follow them to a T because well they're kinda moving. Thanks.
I wish I could zoom out. I can't see them out.
Oh, that sucks. I'm moving everybody though.
Yeah.
Wah.
You could see Meowthia kind of standing on a rock in the middle of the little pond as Merrywinkle stands in front of the rock that took Zardos's hand as she kind of stares at it. Uh, you could see her just kind of like holding her hand up to it and just kind of feeling around in front of it. Hmm.
That's how he lost his hand.
Looking back at the party, Merrywinkle just. Ah, oh, I see. Well, I, next time, don't put your hand what your eyes can't see. As she says, as she just kind of walks through it and disappears.
Yeah, not going through there.
I
Should we go through there?
Malthea kind of just runs over and just stands in front of you, all shaking her head.
Okay, cool.
I
right.
wouldn't even try.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna go through either. That was yeesh. Okay, so I guess
Sorry
we're
to
good.
drag you out here. I'll do my utmost to assure your safety.
Of course.
Looking back towards the stone, you notice it kind of just vanish.
Oh,
As she kind of shakes her head. Come on, fools, she says.
okay.
You see Malthea just kind of stand on a rock and just wait.
should we at least try to find the other members of the group?
Oh no, no, this is fine. Uh, who knows? Maybe they're in here. I'm joking. That's a joke, by
I'm
the way.
Pass through. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Go.
Are you not coming?
Meowthea is just sitting on the rock, just shakes her head again towards you.
Well, I have my promise to boss, and I'll just stand by her.
Okay.
I'll look over and go, is it alright to leave her on that rock?
Merrywinkle just kind of looks back. Hurry. None of us need your assistance. We're being helpful. We owe it to in front of you, you know a large staff kind of just laying on top of what looks like a stone tomb. You could see Merrywinkle just kind of climb up the side onto it and walking down it. She kind of sits next to it and grabs it. You can see her take out a small book as she kind of flips through it. Well, he hasn't gone in here, so he doesn't know it's here. So there's that. Lovely. Bring that, would you? She just kind of scurries off.
Okay, I'll go pick it up then.
Grabbing the staff, you immediately notice kind of a burning sensation in the back of your head.
Oh.
It's just uncomfortable, so much so that you kind of let it go, and the staff just kind of falls back into or on the tome. You can hear just the clanking as it hits, as Merrywinkle just yells back, "Oi! Don't break it! It's timeless!"
I'm really
That's
sorry.
You alright?
Burning in the back of my head. I guess I try to address any entities that may be uncomfortable with me touching the staff.
You don't really note anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right.
You just feel a hesitation.
Yeah, seems like I don't mesh with this staff. Just try it and see if it's just me or if it's everyone.
Okay. I'll, I guess, try to pick up the staff. Just looking over at Kester and back
Uh,
to the staff.
as you your hand touches it, you also kind of in the back of your mind, you hear a loud screaming. It's just a male voice. It sounds incredibly distressed. You feel a burning sensation in the back of your mind as well, almost gnawing at you. It immediately makes you let go of the staff.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's everybody. All right.
We may have a problem here.
I'll take one for the team and lug it out of here. Who knows? Maybe my mental fortitude is just better than yours.
I severely
And
doubt that.
with that, grabbing the staff again, go ahead and make a. What are we making? We are going to be making an intelligence check.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sure. I can do that. Those.
Or rather, it's an
Check.
No, I'm
Save.
sorry. It's a save. Yeah, it's a save.
Yeah, I thought it was a save.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have any advantages left, so I guess we're rolling. 13.
With that, you're immediately racked with an
Frick.
intense, just pain in your psyche. You can just hear screaming. You feel it pulse within your veins. You immediately get thrown back. You no longer have a interest in touching the staff.
Yeah, not. Yeah, mental psyche may not be strong enough.
You can all kind of hear the as Kester hits the wall. With that, Merrywinkle kind of splashes back in. Hey, what's going on?
It
Pick up
hurts.
the staff, apparently. Some kind of thing keeping us away from it. Or at least holding
Hurts
it.
a whole bunch.
And she shakes her head. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Any of you not magically inclined?
That would be the guy outside.
Oh, she just kind of goes back out towards Lucian. Hey, your friends are idiots. Not really. It's kind of my fault, but yeah, the staff can't be welded by anybody with magic. Kind of safety.
I wish I had heard that beforehand.
So I suppose I'll need to hold on to it for them then.
She kind of just nods. Yeah, hurry up and get that. We're gonna move south, and you could see them kind of both just run out of sight.
Okay. I'll
Good
just
luck.
run on down and
Come on, fellas, we got work to do.
Zerdos, you can go. I'll keep with Lucian.
So grabbing to the staff, Lucian just kind of lifts it up very quickly. You notice how light it is as you just kind of slide it behind you and just poke it into your bag, returning.
Zardos, with me. Let's go. Oh.
So as your party approaches the south, you note the two small cat felines, wow, female felines just kind of hugging the wall. Hey, there's some noises coming from down there. Voices.
Oh, might be ours.
You note the familiar voices of Yerm and Tilgrim, as well
Ooh.
as Jotun and the Rethers. And in the interest of time, Sabu, you go down there and you see him. Look at that. Look at that. It's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Splendid. You guys don't look too good.
As you reunite, you note specifically that the members that you've left look slightly older than you all. It looks like they've aged probably 10 years.
Wait,
Yeah, all of you have aged about 10 years.
Hey.
I mean, elf or not, yeah, you still age 10 years.
So did my hair grow longer?
Pardon?
Did my hair grow longer?
Your hair has grown slightly longer, but nothing extravagant. You just all in the face have gotten older considerably. Also, as the party comes upon you, you're all kind of speaking in a strange language that the party does not understand.
Any insight on what's going on here?
You could see Merrywinkle kind of looking around and noting things as she kind of mutters to herself. Meowthia just jumps on the table to the south and just kind of stands on the plate and just quietly just looks around.
Oh, okay.
Looking around, Merrywinkle kind of looks towards Khan and Lucinda. Howdy, folks. I take it you're part of this party, seeing as no one's dead yet. What you doing?
Am I able to hear that?
You are, yes.
Wait, this is from.
I'll kind of, I'll kind of respond and say, "Oh, currently dying. Do you have any potions?"
You can see her shake her head. No, but we brought a cleric with us.
Splendid.
With that, Merrywinkle kind of just looks down. You know that her looking at the slots. So, what is this in front of us? She kind of points at the large wooden object, the wardrobe or the bookcase.
I'll just say it was a gift accompanied by these letters as I kind of hand one of the notes that I had in my pocket to her.
She kind of looks back and looks over at the wardrobe,
There's
scratching her head. A gift?
illusion placed on it. It's a key of some sorts from what we've gathered.
She
how
just
did you-
shakes her head and looks at the documents and then looks back up. She looks incredibly confused as Lucinda just kind of slinks over.
we all see.
She kind of slowly goes beyond everyone and just goes next to Merrywinkle. Listen, I don't know what these guys are talking about, but that thing's that's a bookcase. Merrywinkle nods to Lucinda. Very good.
Yeah,
So
no, it is a
you
bookcase,
don't
right.
have any diseases. Next up, Yarm. Looking over at Yarm, she kind of nods. Yes, yes, very nice. Looking back at Tilgrim and Jotun and Khan, you could just see her rubbing her hands together. And you three, what is it?
Wait, the Z. It's a.
It's the wardrobe. I don't know what she's talking
It's
about.
a wardrobe.
She kind of nods. Ah, yes. Well, you have some worms. She kind of looks you all over. Hmm. You've well, you've all been diseased.
Diseased by what?
Wait, where?
Well,
How?
that's a good question. Malthea, what exactly did we put in here? You can hear her just kind of almost release a sigh, and she shakes her head as Merrywinkle scratches her head and takes her pointed hat off. Ha! Were those zombies supposed to be rotting? You can see Malthea nod. Hmm. And they were trapped. You could see her also nodding. And that ooze was, you could see her nod again. So if the zombies were infected with that, does that mean if they scratched or bit you, you'd be infected as well? You could see her also again kind of nod. Merrywinkle puts her hat back on and nods. Zombies. You were in contact with them most likely. Your flesh is rotting slowly. You probably won't know this for a day or two, but well, after 5 days, whew, well, I don't know if you want to see what your organs look like decaying, but you might want to go get that looked at. Sadly, Malfi is not exactly a expert at that. Anyway, it is indeed a bookcase. That's why she goes back, pointing at the other room. That's why those books were scattered about. You seem to have figured that out with no problem, though. I wonder. She looks back at the books. I see his riddle again. Well then, you can see Merrywinkle just kind of stretch, looking at Lucian. Lucian, your friends are, well, they're not doing so well. Some of them are probably mothering things you don't understand. We can't really do much with that right now. However, the bookcase is more important. You just have to move it somehow. Well, the golem won't let you, but you'll figure it out. She kind of walks off into the room. I haven't been here in ages. I
Wait,
wonder if he still uses those invisible ink spells.
Wait,
Oh.
before she goes, I'm gonna ask her if she knows anything about Salvahi.
She kind of just waves and smiles. Of course I do. You can see Lucinda kind of just throw up her hands. Oh, the cats are toying with us. Oh, and she just kind of goes and sits down. She just stares at Mafia. And she's just kind of under her breath goes, "You know how to fix this, don't you?" And Meowthia just kind of nods, shaking her head up and down, and then sits down.
Went in the
Fucking
wardrobe.
wonderful.
This cat's fucking slow.
All we need to do is move the bookcase.
All right, let's go. Let's get moving. Lift with your
Uh,
knees.
You can't.
You could
move
see
it.
Meowthia kind of nodding up and down.
All right, fellas. Come on,
And
come on.
about a golem you mentioned, what happened to be a flesh golem?
Meowthia just kind of looks at Lucian and shakes her head back and forth. With this, Lucinda kind of just storms off. All right, I've had enough. You could see her just grab Merrywinkle by the head and drag her back.
Well, this looks kind of mean.
Merrywinkle kind of getting thrown down. Lucinda just pulls out her rapier and stabs it next to her. All right, kitty, fix it. Make the golem or whatever the hell you're talking about open up so we can figure this out. I don't feel like dying in this tomb. You can see
Wait,
Merrywinkle
take it
just
easy, take it easy.
wiping herself off. Yes. Oh, oh, well, it's a simple mind trick. A game that was written down in the book you found. You know, his riddle. Surely you found the book and the note.
Where is the book, everyone?
Just
What
look
happened?
towards.
Yeah.
We've been here for so long. I literally want to leave. So please tell us.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point to the bookcase. And it's like, just like any one of those, really.
Man, you guys suck. Oh, you hurt me so much. All right.
Oh, Kester, how I did not miss you whatsoever.
Oh, don't worry. The feeling is mutual. Anyways,
You know, Merrywinkle and Lucinda kind of looking at each other, and both of them moving slightly back. Meowthia is just kind of bored, sitting on the plate.
All right, so we moved the bookshelf, and is that correct?
You could see Merrywinkle nod. I imagine. I'm not really sure what the bookcase is for. All I know is that, well, if you can't feel that thing behind it, then you've never felt Golem. He's definitely had some type of animation spell at work. He's keeping that thing hidden for a reason.
Nathia, could you do something about the state of those that were trapped in here?
Could you remove the dang disease?
You can see Mathia kind of looking and shaking her head in disagreement as she kind of shrugs. You can see Merrywinkle scratch her head. I could have swore I told you that that's not what she does.
No, not the disease. In terms of getting her strength back.
You could see her nod as Malthea again shakes her head. She looks over towards Yarm and just kind of waves her hand.
I'm gonna wave back. Hey, Lucian, or yeah, and like any of you, why are there talking cats, by the way?
Mythical warriors came here to try to beat Strahd. The wizard that led him pretty much got slept.
You know, that's not the weirdest thing I've heard today. I believe you.
Yeah, not sure what you would do if you didn't. Then
You
it
can
just says
you
looking
feel
over the
slightly
notes.
refreshed. So Yarn feels slightly refreshed as you could see kind of just a little gust of wind hit you. Meowthia has cast Cure Wounds on you. You receive 6 hit points.
Ah,
Well, that's useful.
She sits back down on her plate and just kind of looks at her staff and nods.
Thank you.
Merrywinkle kind of goes, "Yes, these forms." Anyway, she goes back to kind of mothering something
All
to
right.
Lucinda.
Those who were outside the tomb, I suggest it's something we can handle.
All right, so book, right?
Carlos, just take a seat.
Mm-hmm. All right, so where was the book? Where's the book? Where's the book? On the shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I'm reading it right
So
now.
I assume after moving the bookshelf, something dastardly pops out.
Yes. From what they're saying, it's a golem.
So, Castor, Bennett, are you ready for that?
Well, he's muttering away.
Huh? Oh, I'm reading, in fact.
Witchcraft.
Hey, did no one notice that he spelled illusion wrong?
I did actually see that.
No.
I mean, if he's talking about one letter, that might have been it.
So,
I
You
mean,
can see
so-
Lucinda kind of like slink in and kind of nod. Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
huh?
She kind of shrugs. The word illusion is spelled wrong. And he
Yeah.
makes note of it a few times.
Ah, okay. So then it's missing an O.
One
What?
letter back, one letter away. So,
She kind of points back and she kind of shrugs again. That weird thing is about the runes. She says they're his truth. She kind of points back to the bookcase. Before we did things, the books had runes on them. Now it just has that weird word on it.
Sabahi, right?
She nods. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, but he spells it right on the note. That's definitely
Question,
that.
Mr. J. Do I still have that robe?
Do you still have the rope? Yeah, you do.
It looks okay. Kind of just look at it confusingly then.
There's not much reaction to you looking at it confusingly.
One letter away from taking the book with me, I guess, back to the okay, I can't click through walls. Okay. Taking it back with me and looking at the whatever this is, considering I have like no clue. What does it look like to me?
What does what look like to you?
That-
Oh, you just
that-
see a bookcase. It's about 9 feet tall. It has four rows of books all stacked up. You note that they are a deep violet color. On the edge of each one are the letters SA, VAHE, kind of just written down the spine. You can always almost see those letters kind of almost like an ethereal kind of glow on them a bit. All the books are the exact same size with dimensions, and they're all stacked perfectly on the shelf. You also smell an incredibly large force of nature, not the bookcase, but permeating from behind it.
Hey Pilgrim, do you still have that robe, by the way, from earlier?
Yes, I kind of just take it out. I do, but how is this? I went inside of it.
Yeah, that's all my question about to be. Something's not adding up here.
Well, it's
And I
called a
just-
disease.
Wanna go back inside
No,
it?
and I just kind of
Okay, but they pulled the entire item out of
Yes.
this.
it's
Yeah.
hollow,
Yeah, diseases don't do that.
and I just kind of is it open right now?
But yeah, this.
I cannot just stick my hand in it, and do they
Mhm.
see that?
So as you do that, they just see that you're grabbing one of the books. Merrywinkle kind of nods and goes, "Yep, yeah. Morton Kanan is well, if you were gonna rank him, he would be the strongest wizard to ever live." She kind of scratches her chin. Probably.
And if
You can see Malthea just nodding in agreement.
I was to step in it,
She kind of waves her hand and said, "Well, whatever he wants you to see, you definitely are seeing. When we set the trap, we just used all his old stuff. We had to figure something out. We couldn't let him out. Imagine a crazy, ultra powerful wizard being let loose on Barovia. It would be pretty rough. So there's things in place. Boss is a pretty good planner. If he actually did escape, there was this weird spell we set up. Took us a few months. Weird polymorph thing. Turned him into a I don't remember. The incantation said something about an something with 4 legs. Wait a minute. Nah. She kind of shrugged. I don't remember what it was.
It's a goat,
We didn't
isn't
write
it?
them.
Aaron, what did you see when I went inside the wardrobe?
Looking back to the cats, I'm just gonna say it was a goat, wasn't it?
They kind of looked to each other. I don't think it was a goat.
Hmm.
Whatever Morton Cannon's into, you'd have to ask Boss. He knows more about them than we do.
Was it?
We're kind
Was it
of
an L?
she kind of shrugs. Maybe. Mm, I don't
A
know.
light, a white lightning L?
She kind of just shrugs at you. I don't know.
Mm.
Splendid. All right. So what was the glowing letters again?
Yeah, Silvermite. That's how you laying, like sitting down in there.
Yeah.
Say it again?
So for everyone else, they only ever see you reaching for a book.
Oh, even if I went inside, okay.
And once you go inside of it, yeah, they the only people who see you go inside of it are Jotun and Khan.
Wait, then when Yoden like picked me up and put me in the book wardrobe, they just saw Yoden like
They
just
saw Jotun just slam you into the bookcase.
oh. Okay.
Uh, okay. Looking at the bookcase. Um, I'm just gonna look back to the party. Does anyone have something to write?
Uh,
I just
I do have a ink pen.
oh, okay, no.
Well, if you got a better, then be my guest.
it's
Oh,
a pen.
I guess I just absentmindedly still looking confused conjure up a quill. It's it's white and pure. Here.
All right.
Uh,
I'll take it. And like holding the book in my left hand and kind of a quill in my right, I'll just look over that first paragraph again and again. So it has something to do with the word illusion.
Yeah.
Step behind, write it everywhere, and tell them that you must remember it at all costs.
Hmm.
What are the
You
odds
could
that he meant that literally?
Perhaps.
So you could see Merrywinkle kind of nodding and scratching her head. Yeah, he probably would have. Well, he did cast a spell to forget. I don't think Morton Kanan is one of those people who wants to forget. But that's what he did, so I'd imagine he had some kind of way of remembering.
is a symbol on the dang it, I forgot. Wait.
Hey, did Mornicanen speak any languages you guys didn't understand?
They kind of both nod. Yeah, he spoke them all. Uh, Usually when he was doing the big scary wizard thing, he'd speak Draconic because of the dragons he used to study with, and let's see, Abyssal when he was dealing with demons. Yeah, pretty much everything. He really stuck to those, dra- Draconic things a bit though. Why? She kind of just shrugs, looking over her notes.
Tilgrim, the symbols you see, the runic marks, write them down, and I'll hand her back the quill. Just really quick.
I don't
Did anyone that was trapped in here speak Draconic?
speak Draconic. I don't believe so.
Anybody else?
Nope.
And I don't see. I had Urim write down the symbols.
That's the thing. The runes, they might be in Draconic. That's why you guys weren't able to understand them.
Do you speak Draconic?
Yes.
And I just go and show him the rune then.
Bennett notes that they are written in Draconic.
Oh.
All right.
Well, what do they say?
What do they say? Yeah.
They say Savahi.
All right. Backtrack. That was my fault. Translated to common. Like, I'm assuming they mean an actual word, or is it just Sabahi?
It's just Savahi. You can see Lucinda just kind of tapping her foot and shaking her head slowly.
I think it's the name. I'm not sure. Right now we're here. I show him the Nad Mage's journal entry. Oh, you saw this already.
Yeah.
Well, I just say I think it has maybe the letter. We need to wait the stone. We should probably go. And we should go over there and check. Did you? No, we should probably go over there and check it out.
What stone?
Stone walls. Remember where we last saw you before you disappeared?
We already handled that.
Yeah, already handled. What were the glowing letters again? Like, was it
Oh,
just Savi?
It was the only things written on the book. So as this is happening, you note to the east just a slight mist approaching, just kind of curling and falling upon itself, thickening
Oh
slowly.
boy.
You can just see an arm kind of stretch out, fingers slowly
Oh.
unfurling, and stepping through. You could see Strahd Bonzarovich just kind of emerge.
Oh boy.
He's just, friends. Well,
Oh boy.
Oh wow,
been
welcome
some-
back. Did you want to rest?
he just kind of nods. It's been some time. So, what have we accomplished in my absence?
Nothing.
Hmm.
I thought you.
He kind of looks to Tilgrim and just kind of walks through slowly. Yes, little girl. He just kind of crouches down in front of you and pats your head. You're the one from earlier.
Does he look older or young? It's the same, right?
He looks the same to you.
Okay. We found that we went through the small library, and we found his journal. And
Yes. May I? I'd like to read it.
Sure. And I just say, quick question. What do you see behind me?
Why, a golem. He
Say it
kind of
again?
just stands there and looks at you. A golem. A construct.
And I just look at the wardrobe. A golem? Okay. So we have some seeing a bookcase, others a wardrobe, and now is this? Can you move it?
He kind of just looks down at you. Excuse me, little one.
Sorry, it's
He just kind of looks confused. Speak up.
there's something behind this. I can feel it. I can feel the magical aura, and I believe that whatever's behind this, whatever this is, will help us.
He kind of just nods towards you. And it will get us out of this mess.
I just nod.
Looking back from the corner of his eye, Strahd notices both Merrywinkle and Mouthia. Oh, well, I'll be. You can see both of them, their fur on edge and their tails curled. They just kind of stand just panicky. I haven't seen you little ones in ages. Where have you been hiding? Neither of them respond. You see Strahd just kind of smiling and looking about. Another time, perhaps. Well, he goes off to read the book. This food. Well, looking at the bookcase, he kind of, or not looking at the, well, looking at the bookcase, he kind of looks up and down. Did anybody read any of these books here?
Didn't really have the time.
He just kind of nods and looks back.
I read one of them.
Looking towards Yerm. And what did it say?
It said Savahi, just constantly written. There was nothing else other than Savahi.
Yes, that's the key. That word. It seems from this journal entry, he was using it to remember how, I guess, to control the golem. What an elaborate little plan. No matter. He just kind of looks at the bookcase and then looks at Tilgrim. You need to understand how this world works. He looks back at the party. All of you. You save me and you get me out of here, and well, I open this for you. I think that puts us at, well, we might be even, but I still feel like you'll owe me something for this. Do you agree? He kind of just looks at you all. You could see
Um,
both the cats are kind of shivering.
Before we ask him for this favor, are we all sure we couldn't
Lucian,
do it ourselves?
Lucian, choose your words carefully.
He kind of just smiles. Yes, Lucian, carefully. But I agree. Before you allow me to well, I'll let you make your choice. Let me know. And with that, he just kind of steps back and into the shadows. You can see Lucinda kind of just looking around and just not really saying much.
All right, everybody, put your heads together. Let's get to work.
I'm
For
gonna
one
like
thing, I can
extend this.
agree.
Like you got like 3 minutes till the session ends, so just make a
Mhm.
decision for me.
Mhm.
All right. So essentially, we attempt to move the bookcase and we fight the golem. That's what will happen if we move the bookcase.
Sounds
We
like a
can't.
pain. How about we use Salvahid to control the golem? Probably. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try to figure it out. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. For once, I'm agreeing with Castor.
I hear about some kind of circle. So well, not circle, but you know, so that has something to do with a
So
circle.
You having a stroke, buddy?
Uh,
also, I got no
Bennett,
anti-boost in
why
combat,
don't you
so
try
just saying.
saying why don't you try saying Self-Heat and Draconic?
Ooh, Salvahid in Draconic.
That's I'm
Ha ha.
pretty sure that's the word. That's literally what it translates to. It's said the
Yeah,
same in both languages.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
want Draconic.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Anyways, fellas. How about we start writing things? Like, where should we write this big circle?
There's empty books, but I don't
Yeah.
understand
Looking,
how.
looking back to the cats, are they still in it?
Strahd's still here. I would assume they're still on edge.
Yeah, so
Uh,
they're just kind of on the table staring directly at Strahd, but well, you can't see him because he's in the shadow. You can see him, but they're just like staring at him with their tails curled.
Mm. Splendid. All
Say,
right.
let's say we give it a go and try to fight it ourselves then.
Is anything glowing like at all?
Just the words on the spines of the books. They have like an ethereal glow to them.
Mm-hmm. And those words are Savahid.
Yep, every spine says the same thing.
Every response says the same thing.
How many books are on the shelf?
There's about you take your pick to be about there's about 30 per level, 4 levels, so about 120 books.
Maybe Savahid is an incomplete word. Who knows? Maybe the O is the last piece.
What does the riddle say? What did that thing say?
As Castor say that, could I try writing the word Savahi with the O at the end?
Is that somewhere in the journals?
I mean, you would just do it. You again, you don't have to ask to do things.
Right. Sorry, my bad. I just do that then. Do I write my
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right.
ask why can't we, and I just like I leave that question open in the air and kind of just glancing back towards Strahd's direction.
Boy. No. We got this. Anyways, yeah, we understand that you don't have hands. Shut up. Anyways,
One letter away from what they taught.
Well, that's not it. So, it's definitely not Osava. That would be weird. Uh, hmm. Perhaps saying it in Draconic?
Try that.
Savahido? No, no, that would be weird.
The O missing in illusion.
Illusion is, yes, the O is missing an illusion. Now, where do we attach that? Savahid.
Try combine Savahi and Illusion. Sava Illusion.
Shut up. No. All right. I get. Picking up the book and reading it. This probably I was gonna say Savahid all over it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, another way from which we thought of through the
About here.
not stressed another serious back one letter away. One letter back. Okay, wait. One letter away from it. A step behind. Write it everywhere and tell. Okay. One letter away from it. A step behind it. Write it everywhere and tell them that you must remember at all costs. It means nothing anymore, so that doesn't matter. That's text. One letter away from what you thought. Okay, one letter away from it. What kind of action is that? Step behind. I guess help me pull it out. Okay, help me pull out the bookshelf and let's try writing behind it.
Savior.
Save fucking hell. Savior, what about it?
No, the word Savahi. It's missing the O in illusion. So the full word, if you add the O in there, is Savior.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. In that case, Savior, what about it?
How?
What do we do with it?
He was concerned about being called a savior. Write it everywhere and make sure no one forgets.
I mean, write it in the book.
Write it everywhere. All right, let's start writing. Come on, everybody, get a pen.
Just try writing it in the book.
Yeah, so with this, I'm just going to assume somebody wrote it in the book. Nothing happens. You could see Strahd kind of just shaking his head slowly in the corner. And just to... with that, we're going to end the session here.
Splendid. We have more time to think then.
Can we figure out this illusion? I mean, this riddle?
Of course we can. What kind of question is that?
Also,
what?
On our end, the time, is it like a day here? I mean, like in a couple hours we spend here, or do we?
You've been here for maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, but on their end, okay, I got you.
It's been a day or so.
I mean, I'm gonna just try to move the bookshelf.
I was gonna move it out one letter forward. It said right. Hold on.
I
Let's make
tried
sure.
that. It didn't. Couldn't get a word. Wait.
Yeah, one letter away from it. So pull it back. Step behind it. Write it everywhere. I was just gonna like write Savior or Savahi everywhere behind it.
I heavily suggest that we move the bookshelf.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Pull it out. Step behind. So yeah, that's what I thought to do. Anybody have any idea why that's a bad idea?
You can do it.
I mean, we tried to move the bookcase before.
Yo,
Did you wait? You try?
Sorry, real quick. What browser are you guys using to host Foundry?
I'm using Chrome.
I'm using Firefox.
Yeah, so you start using Firefox because Chrome is garbage. Literally, it's like you shouldn't be. You really shouldn't use Chrome. It's super resourcey. That's why you guys are freezing so much, most likely. Try it on Firefox. See if it changes. Yeah, you also have probably a better computer than a laptop.
Oh well, I mean, I also have a laptop. So whatever, it doesn't matter.
I mean, are you on your laptop using?
Yeah.
Foundry? Oh, in that case, yeah, I couldn't tell you. It depends on the specs, but yeah, you should definitely try Firefox.
I don't know if I have Firefox installed.
So I think we do need to write something. Wait, here it is. To write something. One letter away from it. Step behind.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, yeah, let's like take a step, pull it out, step behind, write it everywhere.
When the time comes, remember you will always be what they saw on that day.
A savior.
Side of you, beast, a monster, a creature. This is what I am. Oh my goodness! Why didn't I realize that?
What? Share with the class, please.
Yeah, share with the class. Share with the class.
Could I? What's the reflection of the word Savahi?
Okay.
Does that do anything? Oh, is this over?
What is the what? How do you spell Savahi? To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I have no clue.
Sorry, dog. That ain't it.
No, because I'm thinking okay, so this I might just become like a crazy theorist.
Now, Mr. J, how do you spell Savaheed?
It's S-A-V-A.
There you go. Jesus, somebody's paying attention.
Tilgrim, a little like hole in your theory. Remember, Khan tried saying it backwards and nothing happened.
No, I was thinking that it would probably spell out a new word or something.
Yeah, boss. I feel that. That right there. That right there.
Yeah, like
I did.
you were onto something, and then like I kind of it's kind of got shot down
It's
by that
already been
flaw.
done.
But yeah,
I mean, it said write it everywhere. He didn't really write it now, did he? Let's write Ehav. I'm sorry, I can't even take that seriously.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I heavily want to try just moving the bookshelf.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
If Jotun can move, I doubt that two of you are gonna move it like ASAP.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
move.
we're not just one
I
person.
can definitely move an ASAP.
Okay, try by yourself to
By
move
all
it ASAP.
means,
I'll
try
wait.
move it.
We're not gonna do it by himself. That would be weird. There's like 8 of us here.
The
Nah.
golem was
You
holding
got it. You got it.
I thought the golem was holding the bookcase in place. Also, Strahd doesn't see a bookcase or a wardrobe. He can see through the illusion completely. Only seeing a golem.
Did he transform into the wardrobe
Yeah.
bookcase? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Well, Kester and Lucian, please try to move the bookcase then.
Well, we're gonna do it when in the next session, obviously.
Yo, session's over. We can't do anything.
Session's over, dog.
Wait, did y'all when y'all came and saw us? Were we speaking in a different language?
Yeah, it was a weird, gross, diseased language.
So y'all can't understand us at all,
Mm.
or now can you?
They can only understand those who don't have the disease. Everybody else, everybody else, it just sounds like you're making like weird noises, and you're reacting or not hysterically. What's the word?
Confused?
No, hysterically. Yeah, you're reacting hysterically.
Wait, but then how do I understand them?
I don't know, but you certainly do. So does Lucinda.
Okay, then.
Splendid.
That's why we look.
Merrywinkle and Meowthia also understand everybody.
Well, I guess
So does Strahd.
Cool.
Yo, I should. Okay, wait. Nah, never mind. Okay, wait. Let me look at
Yo,
this.
guys, I got a simple solution how to figure this out. Y'all are thinking too small brain.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, hear me out, right? Yo, go on your smartphone. Just type out Google Curse of Strahd riddle, and then
I'm going to destroy you anatomically.
I'm not
Shut
wrong.
up.
We'll get the answer.
Shut up. Shut up.
We're not doing that.
We're not garbage. I swear we have brains in here.
Okay, yo, that last part's a lot.
What if
All
we
right,
take
all
all
right.
the books out of the bookcase?
That would be weird. Why are we taking all the books out of the bookcase?
Take them all out the bookcase.
Yeah, but why?
Just because
What's your...
I don't want you all to like, because well, no one's paying attention. But you can't take them out of the bookcase because you already know from Yerm doing it that when Yerm looked back at the bookcase, all the books went right back to where they were. There were no
Splendid.
empty books. So again, focus.
Letter? Maybe that means something. Mr. J, you're heavily hinting towards what we need to do, right?
Yes, extremely.
Like
what?
I know it, but I can't piece it together. Why?
Then give us your pieces so that we
don't know
can
what
put it
together.
together.
Okay, it's what Lucinda
No.
said.
Okay.
Every time Lucinda was he's pushing us in a direction. It's she was asking about the beast and whether it was him or what that meant, and it was also one letter away from it, a step behind it. I'm behind. We already know that part. Okay, wait. And then there was also the loosen. There was that part as well. Are there any other mistakes in here? Grammatical mistakes?
I mean, a strange note. He put one step twice.
And remember is also broken up. It's not completely finished.
Yeah, and then he just continued on writing.
No. One step, one letter away. Could I try write? Do we try? No, we didn't try that, did we? We didn't try writing the letter inside the one. from at least my perspective, right?
The letter O.
No, the symbol, the Savahi inside the wardrobe. We didn't try that, did we?
No, I just put you inside the wardrobe.
Yeah, and you closed it, and I should have probably tried that. That might do something.
All it did was click. It made a click sound.
I think that was because you closed the door. Wait, was it, Mr. J? Was that the reason why that click happened?
Yeah, because you unclosed the door.
Okay,
Okay.
just making sure. Okay, so
Installation. I'm so sorry. It wasn't somehow.
Cool.
Figures will be
Could we try
victorious.
putting the in the books in the bookcases again and see what happens? That might be another thing we can do.
For what book?
Using.
Everyone will just speak.
A letter away, a step behind, everywhere in all costs. One letter away from what you thought of him. Okay, a beast, a monster, a creature. One letter away from what they thought of him. An illusion. One letter back, one letter away. When that time comes, I will be finally look in the mirror again. A new man, me.
Did you learn anything in the other room?
No Strahd. When I read no Strahd's demise, is it no Strahd's demise will secure, or is it just no Strahd's demise will secure? As in, like, Strahd's demise will not secure him as a savior.
You have no idea because punctuation isn't universal.
Splendid. Understood
Punctuation's a
completely.
bitch.
I'm just gonna assume it's no Strahd's demise will secure.
No, it could be no Strahd's demise will secure me as a savior into a villain.
Not a villain.
No
Okay,
Strahd's demise will
no,
secure me as a savior,
Strahd's
not a
demise
villain.
will secure me as a savior, not a villain. Okay, so it's no, Strahd's demise will secure me as a savior, not a villain, not hated and hunted by all the sorts, coast one letter back, one letter away. When change comes, I will finally be able to look
I
at.
don't think that's gonna. I think it's like even in Strahd's death wouldn't make him a hero.
But that doesn't make any sense. No Strahd's demise will secure me as a savior, not a villain. That doesn't make any sense. Like that's not grammatically correct at all.
Stop.
But there's what's names in here. What is it called?
Everything here is grammatically correct.
Wasn't
It's just that you're saying would not be grammatically correct.
No, it wouldn't. But it's in the Strahd, Manchun, the teak. That I forget what that symbol is called, but it's in there. So why is that part missing?
Well, you see, it's called shut up. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Anyways, I'm joking, but like, listen, it's just that it doesn't make any sense if I look at it like that. You see, you read me, you understand completely.
Wait, what?
Because
okay, so what do we know about what is this mad mage's name? That's the part I don't know.
It's Mordecai. It's a Mordecai.
Oh, we know for Mordecai.
Yeah, what? Come on now. Anyways, yeah, it's Mordecai.
What do we know about his history?
What do we know about his history? He fought Strahd.
Also, you might not want to say that out loud in front of them.
Of course.
It's all out of session. We're not doing that.
Like, yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, don't worry, fellas. Well, at least
Yeah, definitely not gonna
at least
get a whole year of lights one.
That could be it too. Khan has a interesting idea.
Oh, polymorph spell meaning he escaped might be dear. I don't. Okay. So doesn't want to forget. Is that what I'm looking at?
I don't know. Possibly.
What part are you alluding to? I don't know which part of what he's saying is. What?
What if he was the deer?
He might have been.
Then why did he lead himself back to the place he was trapped in?
No, instinct.
We could probably do what Lucinda suggested, and which was repeat what.
Chant what?
not chant, but repeat the wording Savahi. Somewhere.
Savahi?
That might be a key somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, the robe. I know everything about the robe. So I don't.
I'm trying to look at like what's going on here. Like the O clearly needs to be somewhere, but like I think that this one letter away talk is like where I should put the O in a particular word.
How did we get the letter O?
The letter O, it's illusion. Illusion is missing an O.
The robe doesn't help us in the situation at all.
Sure. All right. In that case.
I casted a certain spell on it. I know everything about it. Mostly everything about it.
Well then what did you learn?
You said illusion is missing an O?
Yeah, in the
Illusion is
journal
missing an O.
entry.
But
can I share that?
what? It's not real anymore if you one-man shoot was right out of just an illusion. There's no.
In the first set, no, you're looking at the wrong one. You're looking at the strange note. We're talking about the notable journal entry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, I've been looking at the wrong thing this whole time.
Yeah, because in the first one, in the strange note, it has illusion spelled correctly, but in the second one, it's gone. So, assuming that, like, he spelled every other word right. So, that can't just be, like a random typo that made it through, or else it would have been fixed. Like, whether out of game or in game. I'm assuming. So.
One letter away. One letter away. One letter away from a word. Hold on. Where's my pen and paper? My pen. Okay. Anybody catches wind of this notebook, bro, they're gonna think I'm insane. All right. He Sabo he
Sucks when we're on this like that.
Sava boy. All right, so that's none of that makes sense. Monster. No. No. There's nowhere O can fit in that word. Saw the Manshun. No.
Understand? Did y'all understand Strahd?
What?
When Strahd entered, did y'all understand what he was saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so Strahd is immune. Did he look the same, or do y'all not know?
We asked. We pretty much got that he looked the same, unless I'm incorrect.
One letter away.
What?
I'm just reading the thing. The third paragraph. One letter away from what they thought of me was him.
Wait, third paragraph. One letter away from.
On the notable journal entry. The one letter away from you. The one letter away part.
Isn't Mordecai like a clone from Manshun? Fellas?
I don't know. Who else
Yeah.
is he talking about?
Yeah, cool, splendid. Thank you.
He told us.
Yeah, he told us that. So Manshun was a villain of the Sword Coast. Hunted and hated. Now he's trying to change his fate. Well, at least this clone is trying to change his fate to that of a savior.
Who is he talking
Of this
about in this letter? Because this is a letter to someone.
No, it's not. It's a
Neither of
journal.
them are letters. There's
One letter
entries.
away from what they thought of you, him.
Is it hero?
Man, I'm just so
Manshun,
bad at
Mansion.
literature, man. I can't. Sorry.
Is it hero?
Mansion with one of the O's missing. Sounds like mansion.
And he's also asking to tell them that you must remember it at all costs.
Tell himself that he needs to remember.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more.
Opposite
Opposite
villains
villains and arrows. So I
which
don't know, man.
using the word mine is.
One letter away from what they thought of you, of him. Who is him? Him might be Strahd.
It's not Strahd. It's probably man.
Well, in that case, Manshun. Okay.
We know Teak, right? Who's Alira? We know like I know in game I don't know any of these names but Strahd, but do we know a Alira out of character? I don't believe so. Let me make sure. Where is the character?
Or
Here it is.
time. When the time comes, remember you will always be what they saw on that day. The beast inside of you, a beast, a monster, a creature. This is what I am. All right. No more living under the shadows of my master. No more nightmares about my daughter. Okay. He must have discovered the illusion somehow. We plan according to put it in. Okay. He discovered the illusion. Who is he? He's probably Strahd, if I had to guess, unless Mordekainen cast an illusion on his on Manchu, and that'd be kind of weird. Somehow we planned accordingly, huh?
No, I'm reading out loud. He must have discovered the
Wait,
illusion.
no, that doesn't make sense either.
Planned accordingly. In a few days, time will be torn.
He must have discovered the illusion somehow. The illusion probably was cast on Manchun somehow. We planned accordingly. In a few days' time, we'll be victorious. No more living under the shadows of my master. No more nightmares about my life.
Manchun have
Okay.
a daughter and wife?
Huh?
Did
What happened?
Manchun have a daughter and wife?
Did he ever what?
Manchun have a daughter and wife.
Have a daughter in life? Most likely.
Wife.
A daughter and wife. Oh, probably. I don't know. Most likely not. I don't know how. I don't think so.
Do we know if Mordecai is it Mordecai or Mordekainen?
Mordekainen.
I'm gonna call him Mordecai because that's a lot. My tongue.
And it's gonna immediately fuck you up for the rest of your life. All right, go ahead.
Yes. Does Mordecai have a? Do we know anything about Mordecai's like life besides?
He has a wife and a daughter.
We know that.
Uh-huh.
From this, right?
No, we don't know anything else.
Okay. I own myself.
But he's definitely split off from Manchun.
Yeah, because he allowed himself to be trapped here. He can leave, but he didn't. He chose not to.
So this one, I remember back in Waterdeep, the clones of Manchun not wanting to be Manchun anymore, so they just like wiped all of their memories because they were weird. But then again, that's too much.
What is he referring to when he says, "When the time comes, remember you will always be what they saw on that day"? What day is he talking about? What's the
Probably when he killed a bunch of people.
Mordecai?
Yeah.
When was this?
I don't know. Maybe when he was still Manchun. Maybe when he got split off from Manchun. Who knows?
But he calls himself a beast.
Yeah, because he's Manchun.
He refers to a beast inside of him, or someone else.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's Manchun. He hates being Manchun.
That could be it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's at least what I gather from it. He's just trying to like not be Manchun anymore. He's trying to be a savior and not a villain. He wants to kill Strahd so that people think that he's, not Manchun anymore. Like that he's super cool and epic.
The vampire? Vampire?
What?
No, Manchun is the wizard.
No, I'm just called. If you look at the spelling, that's what I look at the spelling. I don't know. If you look at the spelling.
It's also pronounced vampire.
Okay, someone else.
Conquer this land, that vampire. I need something or someone to sever this truth, to let the beast free and conquer this land. That vampire. I am reborn, I must cut him off. Oh, I am reborn, I must cut him off. Cut off probably his connection to Manchun. Let the beast free and conquer this land, that vampire. Okay, so he's becoming evil. But Wait, what? Hold on, wait, fellas. Nothingness. They have abandoned me here. Probably talking to D8. One step, one letter away. Remember. And that's probably when he last forgot. Uh, Power grows, but nothing is real anymore. He won, man. Shun was right.
Okay.
I am just an illusion as well. Huh?
Read the listeners one letter away from what they thought of you of me. Perhaps it's not a letter, but an actual like letter.
How many
Number?
letters back?
A number?
No letter, like a letter, like a envelope. I'm bouncing ideas off. I also read this: No, Strahd's demise will secure me as a savior, not a villain, not hated and hunted by all. The sword coast one letter back, one letter away. When that change comes, I will finally be able to look in the mirror again. A new
8,
man, me.
7.
So you said he was turning evil, right?
What? In the strange note.
Yeah.
It looks like he finally forgot on that note. Like he finally forgot like what he needed to
Okay.
remember at least.
So this is past tense and this is current.
Yeah, so I guess the strange note would be current. When he finally lost what he last had to remember. So if from here it looks like Manchun was right, so he's just an illusion. As well, how many letters back? How many letters back? How many times have you said one letter away?
Oh, yeah. That might be something. Let's see.
One letter away,
5,
right?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how many letters back specifically? You said.
No, because there's
I'm gonna
Savi
take a
is
tally of both. I'm just gonna take a tally of both. So hold on, let me count real quick. No more yada yada yada. Okay. That's where I am. One letter away. All right. One step back. I'm not gonna count that one. Okay. So one letter away. So two. Well, sorry, it's one. Two.
This is what? 6, 7?
3. It looks like 3 on that page, and 4, 5, 6 in total. 6 in total. It says no 6. 6 one steps, and then there's one that says, wait, no, it's 4 one letters and 1, 2, 3 steps back.
Is the letter an A?
No, I don't know.
The
I
E?
don't know. I don't know.
This
Listen to me. I don't know.
Oh, you're looking at
God.
the strange note, right?
I'm looking at both of them at the same time.
Oh, okay. Let me.
I'm counting the total 1 letters and 1 steps.
Okay, so in the journal entry,
So it's 4 1 letters. Wait, no. Yeah, 4 1 letters and 3 1 steps. 4 1 letters.
All right. So yeah, we got a lot to think about. But we have the bits and pieces we need to actually put this together, and now we just need to figure out how the puzzle goes together. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. Oh boy. We did a lot. We got back in, we met up with half the group, found out a bunch of stuff, and now are trying to solve the Mad Mage's riddle. I feel like I was onto something, but may have taken the wrong turn at some point or came to the wrong conclusion. So I'll look over what I got over on my side, and I'll mull it over hopefully in time for the second session. But if you've been watching, you've probably noticed that small little thing right underneath the playing board. And with that, I hope you are all ready, because tomorrow, June 29th, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be starting, or at least hosting the debut of DKW. EFED I've been working on for a bit. The main reason I think it took so long was just because it was a lot of nervous this from me. A whole lot of me being nervous and me being a nervous wreck. Hoping that I don't mess up and lose names. So yeah, there's that. The debut show will be tomorrow. I would really appreciate it if all you guys could stop by, show some love for you. It is a PC-centered show, so if you have W2K19 on the PC and you make a character to get them in, all you had to do is upload them to DKW. You don't have to put the periods in there because that messes up the hashtag for whatever reason. But yeah, you can just put them in there, DKW, without the periods, upload them, and then just DM me on Discord which your character's name is and what their finishers are so I can note them down. We're going to be hosting our first show tomorrow, like I said before. Really appreciate it. I really love you guys to show up, show out, and show some love to this kind of new project, so to speak. Because I'm planning on doing 2 episodes back to back, and depending on how they do, I was gonna see if I could keep this up, and if the reception is good enough, you know, if everyone likes the energy that goes into it, they like the just, I guess, chaos that an EFED can hold. Hopefully DKW's EFED can hold, that everyone could just kind of, I don't know, it could be really it could be really fun. Really fun, all things considered, and I'm really looking forward to hosting the first show come tomorrow at 5. I'm all hyped. I'm all ready. I'm nervous, but I'll do my best. I'm no professional commentary guy, but I'm still gonna try. I've watched enough wrestling to hopefully pick up on some good and bad of commentary. Hopefully I won't botch too much. Hopefully. But yeah, thank you all for watching the stream. We're gonna go out and send a raid to someone who is streaming right now. Stone's wrestling. Well, he's streaming. Let's see. I don't know how long he's gonna be going for. Trying to make sure that it's like all there. Because if he's doing like a few more matches, then I think he's just about to wrap up. Yeah, I think he's just about to wrap up. So yeah, I'm not sure. Oh boy. Today's a Monday, so we went for probably 3 hours. Yeah, so I'm not sure about his schedule. I'm not sure how long he usually streams for. He usually streams around 3 hours, so he would probably call it quits around this time. Yeah, I'm not sure. Huh. This is the first time I'm actually like full on like actually confused on who I should rate. Jesse's streaming. We're going for about an hour, so why not? Let's go raid Jesse. If you don't know him, Jesse S is a good friend of the stream. Personally, one of the first friends I made here streaming and actually getting to know a good community. Jesse's always a positive person, always sends hugs out, so I think it's time that we give him some love. Remember, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have DKW, the debut of the show. It's going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know the other time zones by memory, so you might have to do some conversion math. I'm sorry. I know there's Central, which is like an hour behind, so that's 4 p.m. I know Pacific is 3 hours behind, so it'll be like 2 p.m. So hopefully that helped. Thank you all for watching so much. I do appreciate it. And let's go show Jesse some love. I hope to see you all here for the DKW debut tomorrow. And let's go raid. See you guys.